Comprehensive, incisive, tough. This is Nationwide at 5.
Good afternoon, I'm Andrew Cannon, coming up in the news at 5 for this Saturday, January 18, 2025. PNP says it wants greater accountability of the Prime Minister's new social housing program. Man in custody following seizure of rifle found off Waltham Park Road in St. Andrew on Saturday. Traffic changes implemented in downtown Kingston during the Christmas season are to remain in effect. In news from the region, Guyana's economy expanded by 43.6% in 2024. On the international scene, Netanyahu says Israel reserves the right to resume war and calls first phase a temporary ceasefire. While in sport, stoppage time brace from Darwin Núñez handed Liverpool a 2-0 win over Brentford in the English Premier League. The details after this.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
The Opposition People's National Party, PNP, is demanding greater accountability of the Prime Minister's new social housing program. The demand comes against the background of an Auditor General report which claimed the program offered duplicated use of resources to provide housing. It was further claimed that the program operated with little or no coordination and covered parts of the same benefits as other social programs. According to Junior Shadow spokesman for Housing and Sustainable Living, Kevar Bennett, the Prime Minister is using housing as one of its tools to squander taxpayers' money without delivering on its mandate, which was to deliver 315 housing units per year. Mr. Bennett also asserts that the new social housing program is inefficient, ineffective, and lacked vision for the people of Jamaica. He says the Prime Minister should deliver on his mandate and revamp the new social housing program to meet the housing needs of Jamaican communities. He further charged that the efforts of housing must be coordinated and accounted for to meet the needs of the people. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness had categorically rejected the findings of the Auditor General report. Traffic changes implemented in downtown Kingston during the Christmas season are to remain in effect. Mayor of Kingston, Councillor Andrew Swaby, made the announcement at Tuesday's meeting of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. The changes are in effect for Haywood Street, West Street, Beckford Street and Peckham Street. Haywood Street is now one-way heading east to west up Orange Street. West Street is one-way heading south between Spanish Town Road and Beckford Street. Peckham Street is one-way heading south between Spanish Town Road and Darling Street. And Beckford Street is one-way heading west up to Orange Street. The changes first took effect on December 9 last year. Mayor Swaby says the police have recommended that they be continued to maintain improved flow of pedestrian and vehicular traffic in the city. He says vendors, taxi operators and commuters have also responded positively to the changes. A 48-hour curfew that was imposed in sections of the St. Mary Police Division has been extended. The curfew will continue from 6 p.m. on Friday, January 17 until 6 p.m. on Sunday, January 19. The areas for the curfew are sections of Enfield in Onoto Bay and Albion Mountain and Free Hill in Port Maria. During the hours of the curfew, all persons within its boundaries are required to remain within their premises unless otherwise authorized by the ground commander. A man is in custody following the seizure of a rifle found in the vicinity of 91 Lane off Waltham Park Road in St. Andrew on Saturday. Reports are about 8 a.m. the St. Andrews Central Police conducted an operation in the area. The police reportedly saw a man in an open lot and called out after him to stop. Upon seeing the police, the man allegedly ran from the area, leaving a plastic garbage bag behind. The garbage bag was searched and a Korean-made Daewoo DR-200 assault rifle was found with 12 rounds of ammunition. The man was subsequently accosted by the police and taken into custody. Investigations are ongoing. And on to news in the region. Guyana's growth trajectory continued in 2024 with an estimated gross domestic product GDP of 43.6%, up from the 33% expansion in 2023. This was reported on Friday by Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance and the public service, Dr. Ashni Singh. This overall GDP growth featured the expansion of the non-oil economy by 13.1% compared to 11.7% in 2023. The development in the non-oil economy was driven primarily by increases in rice, other crops and bauxite production, as well as an expansion in mining, quarrying, construction, and the services sectors. Minister Singh, speaking during his 2025 budget presentation themed A Secure, Prosperous and Sustainable Guyana, noted that this growth occurred in the midst of global inflationary pressures. On the international scene, Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel reserves the right to resume fighting Hamas if needed should further negotiations collapse. The first phase of the ceasefire is due to start 8:30 local time on Sunday. Before the speech, Netanyahu also warned Israel will not move forward with the truce until it receives the names of the first 3 hostages due to be released tomorrow. Mediator Egypt says Israel will release 1,890 Palestinian prisoners in exchange for 33 Israeli hostages in the first phase of the ceasefire. Hamas attacked Israel on the 7th of October 2023, killing about 1,200 people and taking 251 back to Gaza as hostages. The attack triggered a massive Israeli offensive on Gaza, during which more than 46,800 Palestinians have been killed, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. And now to sport. A stoppage time brace from Darwin Núñez handed Liverpool a dramatic 2-0 win over Brentford in a thoroughly entertaining English Premier League clash today.
Trent Alexander-Arnold and Darwin Núñez! What a time! What a time to step up for Liverpool, for Darwin Núñez. Liverpool have flung bodies forward here. And another! Darwin Núñez at the double! Delirium! Absolute delirium in West London.
In other results, Bournemouth beat Newcastle 4-1, Fulham beat Leicester City 2-0, Crystal Palace beat West Ham 2-0, and Arsenal, well, they drew 2-2 with Aston Villa. 4-time defending female champion Aliana McMaster and defending champion Craig Simpson are ready to defend their proven David East Memorial Sporting Clays title on Sunday at Murphy Hill Estate in Ocho Rios. The event will begin at 9:30 a.m. Shotgun will start 150 competitors positioned on the 17-station course. It kicks off the first Sporting Clays shoot of the year for the Jamaica Skeet Club, which boasts a robust calendar for 2025. Simpson bagged the top spot in 2024 after a tense shoot-off with McMaster. They were tied on 95 each at the end of the main event and could only be separated by a shoot-off. Simpson, who is looking for his 4th hold on the title, will have to battle several top shooters and national shotgun champions in the island. They include the 2023 winner Sean Barnes, who is a 6-time national shotgun champion, 5-time national shotgun champion Christian Sasso, and former winner of the shoot, as well as 9-time national shotgun champion and president of the Jamaica Skeet Club, Ian Banks. The ladies section will also be competitive, with Aliana McMaster expected to be challenged by her mother, many-time national shotgun champion Wendy McMaster, the only other female to win the proven shoot. She will also be challenged by former national shotgun champion Marguerite Harris. And now for a recap of the top stories making the news at this hour. PNP says it wants greater accountability of the Prime Minister's new social housing program. Man in custody following seizure of rifle found off Waltham Park Road in St. Andrew on Saturday. Traffic changes implemented in downtown Kingston during the Christmas season are to remain in effect. You can find the news on our website at nationwideradiojm.com and on the Nationwide app available on Google Play and the App Store. This is next at 9 tomorrow morning. But stay tuned, because coming up next we have Sports Nation Live with Wayne Walker and Alric Swaby.
To Marshall's Pharmacy today for your free medication management consultation. Let us guide you in taking care of what matters most, the health of you and your family. Shop now for gifts, personal care, household and stationery items, plus print services powered by Print Corner. Follow us on Instagram at Marshall's Pharmacy. Call or WhatsApp us at 876-491-7841. We are open late every day to serve you.
Performance, Chakama, reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy select tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. 2 to 3 years. Built it. Still at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-6111-4. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Get better paying jobs overseas and locally with City & Guilds International Skills Certificates at IIRQ Academy. In 2 to 3 months, get qualified in welding, fabrication, and pipework, carpentry, construction, painting and decoration, and plant maintenance. No subjects required, no age limits, no entrance test. Register this week and get 2 subjects for free. Online face-to-face evening and Saturday classes begin very soon. Starting soon at IIRQ, 9 to 18 months, advanced diplomas and associate degrees in motor vehicle repairs, electrical and electronic engineering, and logistics supply chain management. Call us at 876-322-4029. Visit us at 32 Hope Road, Kingston, 1 Perry Road, Montego Bay.
Tune in to Nationwide at 5 from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference at the Jamaica Pegasus, Thursday, January 23. Join us and hear top experts discuss key trends, share ideas, and create strategies for growth in the region. Attend the conference and build valuable partnerships, discover new investment opportunities, and see the latest products and services. So come to the Jamaica Pegasus with Nationwide at 5, Thursday, January 23 from 6 to 8 p.m. It's the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Jamaica Stock Exchange and Blue Maho Capital.
Okay, good afternoon. It's Saturday, January 18, 2025. Now, if you bowl it, we'll hit it for 6. If you pass it, we'll score it. Give us a pool, we'll dive in. And as fast as the starter's gun fires, we're at that finish line. I'm Alric Swaber. This is Sports Nation Live on Nationwide 90 FM, nationwideradiogm.com, and Flow Channel 916. You can also tune in to our program live on our YouTube channel, Nationwide 90 FM. And remember to like, subscribe, and share our content. When we open the lines at 7:30 to take your calls, the numbers to call are 876-630-9371, 876-630-9372, 876-630-9373, and 876-630-9374. Let me pause to say well done and congratulations to Pastor Renard White and Dr. Blossom White of Tower Hill Missionary Church, who are being honored at their retirement and appreciation ceremony as we speak. And a blessed day to the members of the Church of the Firstborn Gospel Auditorium at 95 Walton Park Road, who I had the pleasure of worshiping with on Sunday. So again, Dr. Blossom White and Pastor Renard White, congratulations and well done. And we hope that your time in retirement is as blessed as your time working in the fields. Now, coming up, we have another pack, an exciting show lineup for you. We'll be talking track and field, netball, swimming, and much more. But first, an athletics lesson from 1 Corinthians 9, verse 24.
1 Corinthians 9, verse 24. Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Did you notice when reading this verse that it doesn't say you must win or you will win? It is actually telling us that the kind of effort and dedication victory requires. Competing with integrity is the key here. Anyone can cheat and win, but what does that do us morally? It's not about winning at all costs or abandoning your values to do anything it takes to win. This is telling us we need to perform at our absolute best and have the self-discipline to compete in a focused, well-practiced, and strategic manner. If we do that, we will perform in such a way that will be nearly impossible to beat. Will we get beat sometimes? Absolutely. However, in performing with honor, we can feel victorious even in a loss.
Okay, so that was our athletics lesson from 1 Corinthians 9, verse 24. Now, in our feature, you just had to be there. We relive Shericka Jackson winning the women's 200 meters diamond trophy with a Eugene meeting record at the 2023 Wonder Diamond League.
Jackson explodes out of the blocks. Down Nita gets a very good start just inside her as well, and Kayla White going well. But it's Jackson who started well. Talu's run a brilliant bend as well, but Shericka Jackson's already got a 2-meter lead, and Jackson continues to go away. Shericka Jackson, it was always going to be about her winning. What time are we going to get? Shericka Jackson, 21:56. That is another incredible run. A woman who is just dominating her event now. It is a new meeting record. There are going to be some quick times, particularly for the likes of Talu and others behind. Don't think anyone else is going to get under 22. In fact, they don't. But Jackson, that's her fourth quickest 200 metres that she's ever run, and still one of the quickest 200s anybody's ever run, just to put that into some context.
Okay, so that was our feature. You just had to be there, where we relive Shericka Jackson winning the women's 200 meters diamond trophy with an Eugene meeting record at the 2023 Wonder Diamond League. Before we go to the break, let me jump over to YouTube and just say a special good afternoon to our YouTube family, Marigold Weber, Andre Boston, Erica Smith, and David Nembar. Good afternoon to you all who are on our YouTube platform just now. So with that, we take a quick break and we'll come back with more here on Sports Nation Live.
Enough power tool, big to small. Jack on my figure, dig the wall.
Our total tools.
Lead back a figure, trim the lawn. We have everything a job demand.
Total tools.
We rent them, sell them, and fix them. Also give Total Tools a call. When I say home improvement, landscape construction, a Total Tools are your option. Home improvement, landscape construction, Total Tools are your option.
Total Tools, located at 102 Main Street, Ocho Rios, 34 Slive Road, Kingston.
And lot C6 Jackson, St. Anne's Bay. Call us today.
Excelsior Pass Students Association, Network of Champions cordially invites you to our 94th Annual Founders Day, Sunday, January 19th, 2025, under the theme, Honoring Our Legacy, Building Our Future. Church service commences at 9 a.m. in the auditorium, located at 137 Mountain View Avenue. Guest speaker, Bishop Dr. Marcel R. Fullwood, class of 1983, Partners Worship Center, Canada. Following the service, join us for brunch and entertainment at 11 a.m. in the auditorium. Entertainment by Harold Davis, Prilly Hamilton, Akeef Nugent, and Shanika Jeffrey. Contributions only $5,000. For further info, call us at 876-898-8294 or email xlcrpsasecretariat@yahoo.com. Don't you miss it.
Tune in to Outside with Pepita from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. as we broadcast live from Megamart, 29 Waterloo Road on Saturday, January 25.
Outside with Pepita and me, the Stinger Honeybee. In a Megamart equals
Mega Vibes. Come on down to Megamart Waterloo for all the New Year excitement. Don't miss the Mega Fiesta,
the Mega Specials,
and the Mega Promotion.
Outside with Pepita is doing it mega with Megamart. So join Outside with Pepita
alongside Honeybee,
Saturday, January 25
from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Catch us at Megamart, 29 Waterloo Road, Kingston.
Or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM,
the new revolution in media.
This broadcast is brought to you by Megamart.
Okay, good afternoon and welcome back to Sports Nation Live. I am Alric Schreiber working with Kevin Williams on the other side of the glass, my technical operator. We run over to Calabar at the McKinley Winter Classic, track and field classic that is, where Wayne Walker will give us a report. Wayne, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Alric. How are you doing?
I'm good so far. What's been happening?
Well, a lot has been happening. Some very fast times have been recorded here at the 10th staging of the McKinley Winter Classics here at 601 Red Hills Road, the home of Calabar High School, and they really look like they are in business here to really do well at champs. How well they're going to do, I'm not sure. But for the two development meets that I've covered so far, this one and the Jamaica College Pure Water Danny Williams meet, they've really looked good, especially in the sprint. And I suppose it could be argued that the outstanding performance so far of the the day has come in the sprint. It's no surprise. Shaquan Gordon from Calabar High School. He did 10.60 for the Class 1 boys 100 meters final. That was a really shocking time. And guess what happened? Zachary Jabari Wallace of Marketing was right behind him, just 1/100 of a second behind. So the winner from Calabar, Shaquan Gordon, 10.60. And the second place, Zachary Jabari Wallace, Marketing 10.61 seconds. Very, very impressive at this time of year for the Class 1 boys running in this time. What the outstanding performance in other people's minds, though, and I suppose, and that is why I think can be argued, because the Kenyan Ryan Achau, he runs to St. Jago High School. He threw down 3 minutes 54.51 seconds to win the 1500 meters Class 1 boys, and so dominant was Achau. The second place, Justine Webb from Calabar, did 4 minutes 19.99 seconds. He was really well beaten, but Achau was so impressive here in this final, and he's really going to be a treat at the National Stadium, because when you think that by come March at champ he's going to get much better, God alone knows what time he's going to run inside the National Stadium. So we're looking forward to that. Let me just give you some more results as we're at it. The 100 meters hurdles final. Well, not the 100 meters hurdles. Let me getting my results mixed up here. Just give me a bit, because it's a bit jumbled here at the minute, and I was just trying to sort of work out what's happening. Okay, so the Class 1 boys, the 100 meters have been run in different zones. So the 10.60 was run in the final heat of the Class 1 boys 100 meters, but in terms of time, clearly the fastest time of the day. I'm just trying to find some more results here for you. In fact, I was trying to find Andrea Hardware, who is the director of the meet, but she's really busy. I just told her I wanted to have a chat with her, but it wasn't possible at the time, because as you understand, she's managing 53 schools have entered in this competition. There's a lot of work on her hands. So let me just give you one or two more of the results. So this is the discus, for Class 1, and I'm getting all sorts of problem with the internet. The technology is good, but it is not so good at the minute. All right, so let me give you the key final in the Class 1 girls. DeAndre Gale from St. Jago, she won that one, and the boys equivalent went to Richard Curtin of Holy Trinity in 12 seconds flat. I was trying to take my time to wait through the results, because we got them jumbled. I would just have to make sure that we give you the correct information. I want to also touch on, let me go to the Class 2 boys, 1500 meters, since I told you that the Choa won the Class 1. The Class 2 1500 meters for boys, not a great time. But as I say, it's January. You're not going to look for anything from the athletes too great, because, these are athletes who are still in preparation. O'Brien Clark from Calabar, he did 4 minutes 21.47 seconds. That would have been him third in the Class 1 boys final. Tavar Flemings, also from Calabar, he was second in 4 minutes 23.25, and third to St. Jago, Corey Christie, he did 4 minutes 24.63 seconds. So not bad times, as I say, at the start of January, well, almost midway January. And we're looking at some hurdles here. The Class 4 girls 70 meters hurdles final Class A. And what's the bad performance also? And if I remember, it's 70 meters. It's 10.87 seconds. And that was done by Adine Query of Wolmer's girls. So Michael Carr starting out well. Second was Amelia Hacker from Hydel. She did 10.92. And third to Aldelia Allen from St. Andrew High School for girls, 11.06 seconds. At the moment, we're looking at the boys 400 meters section. There are about 11 of them. A short time ago, we see the Class 3, they had 17. And in the boys' Class 2 now, they have about 15. So the Class 1 still to come a little later on as well. I'm just trying to mix the results by giving you some field events. I'm not able to put my hand on it at the moment, search as I may. But so far, it's been a carnival atmosphere here at Calabar. There are 2 meets, actually 3 meets on today. Another is over at the UC Foster College, where the MVP track club made their debut this season. Of course, they leave next week for Poland, where there are lots of their athletes in action. And would you believe it? Shane Thompson, who really runs the 60 meters. The 2 times he's run the 60 meters, they've been outdoor. He goes indoor next week. But today, he did 6.48 seconds to win the 60 meters over at GC Foster College, and he ran into a very strong headwind. So if you work the 6.48 seconds, you would work down to about 6.38 seconds. The world record by Christian Coleman is 6.33. So if you really give Kishane 6.38, is just 5/100th of a second outside of the world record, and that's very, very, very impressive at this stage and for a man who doesn't run the 60 meters. Tia Clayton, who had a breakout year last year where she went to the Olympic final in Paris, she was also in action today. She did 7.91 seconds to win her 60 meters as well. As I said, they're all preparing to go to Poland next week for the start of the 60 meters. They're going indoors, and so they're using this as a preparation. Kishane Thompson last night finishing second in the Sportsman of the Year awards function. In fact, he left the function early because he had to run this morning. So loads happening around the track and field circuit. I mean, the meets are going to come very, very thick and fast. Champs is in March this year, and so the athletes are trying to pack in as many as they possibly can. I'm going to be rushing over to the National Indoor Sports Center. There's netball with Jamaica and South Africa, and there's a swimming meet over there as well. So I'm not going to be able to stay at Calabar for another report or so because I've got to get to the stadium. The netball starts at 6. I'm going to try to also tap into the swimming as well. We're trying to pack as many sporting events as we possibly can into the Sports Nation Live today. So, Alex, that's it from Calabar.
Right, Wayne?
Yes, Alex.
I'm hearing a lot of excitement in the background. What's the support like from fans?
The fans, a good number here. But what you're hearing more than anything else is the marching band. The school has brought a marching band with them. And I want to think it is, just looking across there, it looks like Calabar, but there's another school sitting close to them, not identifying those colors at the moment, but they're also with them as well. But it's a good support. They normally get good support here at Calabar, so I'm not surprised. I mean, nothing like JC because it doesn't have the capacity like JC, but the fans are taking, and as I say, it's a good atmosphere generally.
Right, okay then, Wayne, we'll catch up back with you in about 40 minutes time or less. Okay, so that was Wayne Walker over there at Calabar at the McKinley Wint Track and Field Classic. With that, we take a break and we come back with more here on Sports Nation Live.
Can have it all. Company events, birthday parties, or the wedding of your dreams. It's all possible at Grand Palladium Hotels and Resorts. We have magnificent event rooms and a dedicated team that will make your event the best experience that only Grand Palladium Hotels and Resorts can offer. Contact us at 876-619-0000 or call your favorite travel agency and ask about our promotion designed especially for you. Tune in to Nationwide at 5 from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference at the Jamaica Pegasus, Thursday, January 23. Join us and hear top experts discuss key trends, share ideas, and create strategies for growth in the region. Attend the conference and build valuable partnerships, discover new investment opportunities, and see the latest products and services. So come to the Jamaica Pegasus with Nationwide at 5, Thursday, January 23 from 6 to 8 p.m. It's the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Jamaica Stock Exchange and Bloomahoe Capital.
Tune in to Outside with Pepita from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. as we broadcast live from Megamart, 29 Waterloo Road on Saturday, January 25.
Outside with Pepita and me, the Sting I Wanna Be. In a Megamart equals
Mega Vibes. Come on down down to Mega Mart Waterloo for all the New Year excitement. Don't miss the Mega Fiesta,
The mega specials
and the Mega Promotion.
Outside with Pepita is doing it mega with Megamart. So join Outside with Pepita
alongside Honeybee
Saturday, January 25
from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Catch us at Megamart, 29 Waterloo Road, Kingston.
Or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM,
The new revolution in media.
This broadcast is brought to you by Megamart.
As a parent, you give your children a good start in life. You nurture, protect, and guide them. Parenting is a process that prepares your child for independence. As your child grows and develops, there are many things you can do to help your child. Stay tuned to The Big Show, nationwide this morning, for parenting tips. Fridays at 6:53 a.m. Only here will you learn everything you need to know about parenting. Tips to help parents navigate the incredibly challenging and rewarding journey of child rearing. Parenting tips on Nationwide at 90 FM, the revolution in media. Do you remember this?
We are having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Don't worry, we never forget it. But in all seriousness, earthquakes are deemed the most dangerous natural disaster. We can never predict when one will hit our lovely Jamaica. But we can raise awareness and help you to prepare for one with our radio segment known as Seismic Dialogue. Tune in to the Seismic Dialogue every Monday at 7 p.m. during Nationwide at 5. We'll have discussions, listener interactions, and more. That's the Seismic Dialogue. Mondays at 7 p.m. during Nationwide at 5. Preparedness is key. Secure what matters, have a plan, and remain calm when the ground shakes. Brought to you by Digital Commodities, Conrad Douglas and Associates Limited, and Coast to Coast Concrete Company Limited.
Is this real? Hey, Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suene. Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
Okay, good afternoon. Welcome back to Sports Nation Live. I'm Alex Weber working with Kevin Williams on the other side of the glass. We'll jump over to the 10th staging of the McKinley Wind Classic at Calabar High School. just for you to hear a bit of what's happening, the boys' Class 2 400 meters is on track now.
Philip Edwards, Kingston College, does so now. All alone, the others trying to close. Miller from Marcus Garvey. But Philip Edwards from Kingston College takes home the win, 54.19. Philip Edwards, your winner, 54.21.
Okay, so that was the Class 2 boys 400 meters with Philip Edwards winning in 54.21 seconds. Miller was second in that event. So there you have it, the Class 2 boys 400 meters. And they are coming quick and fast. Another set is lining up right now to go ahead. But as we wait on that set, let me jump over to the cricket where Pakistan batting a second time reached 109 for 3 at stumps on day 2 of the first test against the West Indies. Pakistan in their second innings, Shan Masood, he was run out for 52. Mohamed Horari, he was bowled, chopped LBW for 29. Babar Azam, he went for 5. And Kamran Ghulam, he's not out on 9. And Saad Shakil, he's not out on 2. Now, West Indies, they were bowled out for 137 in their first innings. Craig Brathwaite, 11. Kevin Sinclair, 11. Gudakesh Moti, 19. Jamal Warrican, 31 not out. And Jaden Seals, 22, were the batsmen in double figures for the West Indies. Noman Ali, he took 5 for 39 for Pakistan, and Shajid Khan, he took 4 for 65 for Pakistan. So that's what's been happening in the cricket between the West Indies and Pakistan over in Multan, at the Multan Cricket Stadium. Now, in their first innings, Pakistan, they were bowled out for 230 with Saeed Shakil, he top scored with 84. Muhammad Rizwan, he made 71, the other best scorer for Pakistan in their first innings. In that first innings, the top bowler was Jaden Seals, Jaden Seals and Jamal Warrican with 3 wickets each. And Kevin Sinclair, he got 2, while Gudakesh Moti, he took 1 wicket. So that's how it went in the after day 2 of the first test between the West Indies and Pakistan at the Multan Cricket Stadium over there in Pakistan. Okay, we take a break and we come back with more here on Sports Nation Live.
How certain are you that you're taking proper care of your pets? How often do you take them to the vet? Just as we need annual checkups with our doctors, most pets need regular checkups too. Owning and caring for a family pet doesn't have to be a difficult or burdensome experience. Nationwide 90 FM has an exciting feature called Pets World that will help you take better care of your pets. Join Nationwide 90 FM every Wednesday at 6:50 a.m. during the program This Morning as we take you into the do's and don'ts of caring for your pets. That's Pets World every Wednesday at 6:50 a.m. during the program This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Tune in to Outside with Pepita from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. as we broadcast live from Megamart, 29 Waterloo Road on Saturday, January 25.
Outside with Pepita and me, the Stinger Honeybee. In a Megamart equals
Mega Vibes. Come on down to Megamart Waterloo for all the New Year excitement. Don't miss the Mega Fiesta,
the Mega Specials,
and the Mega Promotion.
Outside with Pepita is doing it mega with Megamart. So join Outside with Pepita
alongside Honeybee
Saturday, January 25
from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Catch us at Megamart, 29 Waterloo Road, Kingston.
Or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM,
the new revolution in media.
This broadcast is brought to you by Megamart.
Tune in to Nationwide at 5 from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference at the Jamaica Pegasus, Thursday, January 23. Join us and hear top experts discuss key trends, share ideas, and create strategies for growth in the region. Attend the conference and build valuable partnerships, discover new investment opportunities, and see the latest products and services. So come to the Jamaica Pegasus with Nationwide at 5, Thursday, January 23 from 6 to 8 p.m. It's the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Jamaica Stock Exchange and Bloomahoe Capital.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Sports Station Live. I am Alric Swibbe, working with Kevin Williams on the other side of the glass, my technical operator. We'll be continuing with our track and field talk now as the 20th staging of the Camperdown Classic is set for the National Stadium on February 8th. Now joining us to tell us more is a member of the organizing committee, Courtney Brooks. Courtney, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Alric.
Right, I understand that you're at another meet. Which meet are you at today?
Just finishing up the Central and Ergus beat at GC Foster.
Right. I know we didn't organize to talk about this, but tell me what's been happening over there at GC Foster. What's caught your eye so far?
It was good. We had Kishay Thompson turning up today and ran 6.48 in the 60 meter. The Clayton twins were out. Tier 1 day 60 meter. Not sure of the time, but they were the standout. There were some competitive race. All 4x4s were won by Omud. Those girls look well. Edwin Allen girls look also okay. So it is looking good for champs coming up.
And what was the atmosphere like?
It was good, It was very good. In terms of the turnout, it was very good, very exciting. A lot of schools were out. Parents were here cheering for their kids, so it was a good atmosphere.
Right, and it started on time and everything were on course?
Yeah, man, it started on time and it finished on time for the track events. It's just a few field events finishing up now.
Right. At the Olympics or field event athletes, they would have performed outstandingly. Tell me, have you seen an influx of field event athletes at the high school level coming out for this meet, a couple of the meets over the past weekends, with our field events athletes doing so well?
Yes, as I said, that's why the meet isn't finished as yet, because the field events is still going on. The javelin is going on still. Long jump. I think class 2 and class 3 and class 4 is still going on. So it's been a influx of a lot of athletes coming out. In terms of the numbers, I know our next meet was going on at Calabar, and I heard it was also a lot of athletes in terms of field events. So the field events athletes are turning out.
Right. Okay. So let's come to your event, the event that we're here to talk about, the Camperdown Classic. It's on February 8th. Tell me how preparation going so far. We are a bit away from that. How preparation is going so far?
Well, for the Classic, the preparation is going good. We had started our planning from November in terms of organization. We had a few disappointments in some of the sponsors pulling out what we'll see at the last moment, but we are still working, still rallying around and getting sponsors.
So have you been able to fill the void left by those sponsors?
Almost. So we are reaching out still, and so it's going pretty well in terms of organization for the meet.
Right, and tell me, you have been around track and field long enough, and you would have been on the circuit since the local calendar year started, track and field calendar year that is started. What have you seen so far that you, when you're organizing your meet, you'll say, okay, I'll have to do this or not do this to make my meet a success or continue to be a success?
Well, we have a lot of experienced persons on the committee. The committee is headed by Mr. Anthony Davis. So we have one of the top organizers on our committee. And with this, we have to be in tune with what is acceptable to run a meet, because we are sanctioned by the J3s and also by World Athletics. And with World Athletics sanctioning our meet, you have to be at the highest standard. And with that, we employ one of the best set of team to do and help us with that proceeding in terms of employing the world-class athletic team led by Mr. Bruce James to be in charge of the registration, the recording and everything, keeping everything up to date and up to standard, the meet.
In terms of registration, when does registration open and closes?
Well, the registration was open last week. When I checked this morning, we had 277 participants so far. So we will close on the 31st of January. So by that time, we should be close to the amount that we had last year. Last year we had 1538 athletes with 43 schools. Right now we have 8 schools and 2 clubs, but I know it's pretty early, and with all the other meets going on, it will be filled in terms of the numbers that we expect to come out to the Classic. Because Classic is, as we call it, sprinter showpiece.
Right.
So a lot of persons normally come out to the Classic. A lot of known athletes from clubs start their seasons at Camperdown Classic. And it is also sanctioned by J3 and ISA. So a lot of athletes will be coming to our meet to try to qualify for boys and girls champs.
Right, and the meet being sanctioned by the J3s and World Athletics. Does that help the athletes in getting ranking points when they compete at the Camperdown Classics?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So that's why we have to be on par and up to standard with presentation, organization, and everything that comes with being at the top level.
Right. Over the years of competing and hosting this meet, tell me what are the events that persons normally come out for in droves, both athletes and patrons?
All right, for this year, normally it's the 100 meter and the 400 meter, because with the 400 meter, you have some of the top athletes opening their season running running the 400, and then a lot of people are out doing the 100 meter. For this year, we have the 60 meter, the 100 meter, 400 meter, 800, 4x1 relays, 4x4 relays, and also the sprint medley, along with field events, which is high jump and triple jump. And this year we did pole vault a couple of years ago, and this year we are doing back the pole vault. And on the day of the meet, we have UCS, which is a sports equipment supplier. They will be conducting a pole vault clinic in the morning before the Classic. So they are trying to introduce and bring the numbers out for pole vault. Because, you know, pole vault is very up there on the world scene, with the Plantis being the record holder and one of the top pole vaulters in the world.
Right.
So we are trying to introduce that in Jamaica now, getting the numbers out and getting it to a standard.
Tell me, this clinic that you will be having, why did you see it necessary, and how has the schools and athletes gravitated towards this initiative?
Well, we were contacted by UCS to do that clinic because, as I said, pole vault is a rising sport now. So they're trying to garner that support in Jamaica. So they reach out to us to do that clinic before the meet, so we are hosting it.
Right, and how have the coaches and athletes received this information?
Well, so far I am not sure in terms of the numbers that has reached out. It's a bit early, but we have put it out for them to do it, and the few that we have heard commented on it, it's a good thing. So we are waiting, as you say, for the rest of schools to kick in and come in to participate in the pole vault. Because, as you said, pole vault was up in Jamaica and it is down. And as I said, it's being promoted worldwide now. I think last year, Carista, they did pole vault for girls and boys.
Right.
They introduced it for the girls last year. So I think with that initiative, they're trying to push it in Jamaica now.
Right. And tell me, over the years, a number of athletes would have come through the Camperdown Classic. Tell me, what are some of the standout performances that you would have seen over the years, and what are you expecting for this, the 20th?
Well, this year it is going to be, I would say it should be top tier this year, because based on some of the meets, there are some top athletes that are gone in. Yesterday at the Sprint Fest, Smichael ran 10:47. I think at JC there was a young man from Calabar that ran 10:43. So I expect those athletes to be at Camperdown Classic, among others. And as I say, Camperdown Classic is the showcase of sprinters. Over the years, we have a lot of top athletes coming out. We had Usain Bolt, we have Ewan Blake, a lot of those athletes. So we are expecting that standard to be adhered to, and people are coming out for it also.
Well, this is the 20th staging of the Classics. Anything special you have for this milestone?
Yes, we do. But as I said before, we can't let all some of the push out of the bag as yet. We'll have a media launch on the 22nd at Camperdown High School. I think on that day we'll unveil some of the special things that we are going to have for the meet. For this year, our honoree is Miss Cynthia Cook, and everybody should know Miss Cook. She's a past principal of Camperdown. I think she was a past president of ISA, so she's very famous out there. She is also a co-founder of the Classic and also races track team. So it's a special person for a special occasion.
And what will be the cost for patrons to come into the meet?
Okay, for the admission, it's $1,000 for adults, $500 for children under 12, and along with students with ID will pay $500. So it's a minimum cost, and as I said, there will be prizes and surprises. A lot of things will be happening.
Right, and you mentioned earlier you would have lost some of your sponsors, but for those who you would have retained, you want to say thanks to them and encourage others to come on board?
Yes. So far we have SDF, KLAS, Rainbow Arning, Burger King, Western Union, who has been with us from the beginning, and they are one of them that has stuck with us. We have Fidelity Motors, Kingston Bookstore, which is also someone that has been with us from the inception. We have AD Enterprise, which is owned by a past student of Camperdown. We have Sports Source, We have a group of past students from Camperdown that form a group by the name of Full Circle. We have a past athlete, Mr. Errol Byers. We have the Kingston Aluminum Chapter, CASTAC, also supporting us. We have a few track and field athletes, Aluminum, that is also supporting the venture as a sponsor. And we are hoping to get a few more before the end of the month and also right before the meet to help out.
Okay, finally, let me give you this opportunity to encourage persons to come out and support the Classic on February 8th.
Yes, I'm appealing to the audience to come out. It's going to be a top-tier meet. It is going to be of such a standard that we have never seen before. It's the 20th anniversary of the meet. We are honoring somebody very special and dear to Jamaica. So just come out, enjoy the meet, and come and have some fun and see some of the top athletes in Jamaica performing.
Okay, Courtney, thanks much for your time, and we wish you and your team all the best.
Okay, thank you, Alec. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.
You too, man. Okay, that was Courtney Brooks, a member of the organizing committee for the Camperdown Classic set for the National Stadium on February 8th. We take a break and we come back with more here on Sports Nation Live.
Introducing Domus Windows and Doors, Caribbean UPVC solutions. Now open at the Summit, 16 Chelsea Avenue, Kingston 5. Order energy-efficient Solar E windows and doors that offer laminate glass for enhanced security and a 50% reduction on your air conditioning usage. Now that's saving money. And these windows and doors are manufactured to international standards with a 20-year warranty on the frames. Get special offers in time for Christmas. Call or WhatsApp 619-1223 or visit the showroom today.
For over 30 years, Chris and Charles has been financing your goals, dreams, creating your great moments. Celebrate the occasion with us. Borrow $1 million, pay less than $25,000 monthly, and get 30% off your processing fees. No guarantor needed. Call 876-920-4189 or WhatsApp 876-838-9028. Conditions apply. When you think loan, think Chris and Charles.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Sports Nation Live. This is Alex Raby working with Kevin Williams on the other side of the glass. We'll be talking some horse racing now, as we'll be talking with veteran jockey George Osang. George, good afternoon and welcome to the show.
Yes. Thank you, Alex. And hello, racing fans. This will be the George Osang Trophy. And not only that, I have been honored by Supreme Ventures Racing and Entertainment Limited to be named the first jockey in the world to have a race meet in his honor. So that's like the highest honor I've had for my whole life. And I have to send out my appreciation to Supreme Ventures team for electing me with this recognition. So racing fans, please come out and join us. It will be a fun day of racing. And as you said, what was I doing? I was retired and enjoying my grandkids. And then I got a call from Mr. Solomon Sharp about this honor. So I'm thanking him and his team for such a great recognition.
You have been retired for some time now, enjoying your family and some downtime. But tell me, how involved are you in racing in any way? Are you owners of horses? Have you been to the track, whether locally or internationally, to see what the current jockeys are doing? How involved are you with horse racing?
Yes, I'm keeping up with the news. I'm mainly at Gulfstream Park Racetrack, keeping up with the riders, the updates and all the big racing days in North America and here too. And I've enjoyed the Mooted Mile last month. I see where Cayman Spark was showcased at and exposed to the U.S. And I was proud of the way they acted. I was very proud of the way the Supreme Bencher showcased Cayman Spark.
When you look at when you rode here in Jamaica and what you would have seen now, how much improvement have you noticed and how impressed are you?
Let me tell you this. I'm very impressed with the quality of riders we have today. You know, back in the days, well, I'm talking 50 years ago, okay? We had no cameras, no videos to watch ourselves ride. We could only see pictures. So I'm telling you, what they have today, they have race forms to read to see how they ride their horses, and it's a big advantage. So I'm saying that the riders here today are world-class riders. They can go anywhere and hold their own. Back in the days, 50 years ago, we had no such of these equipment to see the video replays of what we have just done. So not taking anything away from us, we were great back then in the era for what racing was and what we had available to us. And, you know, guys like Charlie Hussey, Emilio Rodriguez, you know, Winston Griffiths, those guys, they were my era, and they pushed me to be the rider that I was. So, you know, I'm tipping my hat to these gentlemen, and like world greats like Lester Piggott used to come here in the winters and ride. We learned from them.
When you look at the advantage that these riders have with all the new equipments that they have to their disposal, if you could look back and think if you had those equipment in your time, how great a rider you think you and your generation would have been?
Well, you know something, we proved, the group that I just mentioned, we proved that we could go abroad and hold our own with the best of riders. So, you know, with or without equipment, when we migrated, we were exposed to those kinds of, you know, advantages of riding 5 days a week, and there's 10 race cars, and there's like dozens of racetracks all over America. So if you do something that you practice every day, 7-8 times a day, like riding races, as opposed to when we were here and we were riding, there were 10 races every week on Saturdays. And, you know, if we are riding 6 or 7 races, that's it for the week. But we did it so often that we get fine-tuned, and we were like, you know, with the best of riders in all over the world. I mean, I went and I competed in England, in South America, Canada, and the U.S., and I was riding with the best. So was Charlie Hussey and Emilio Rodriguez, Richard DePaz, guys like those. We all went away, and we carried our Jamaican flag proud.
Speaking of riding overseas, like I said, you would have rode in North America and then England. When you compare it to riding in Jamaica, what difference stand out in your mind? What would have surprised you when you rode in those foreign countries compared to riding in Jamaica?
Okay, I have to compare it like when I left here 50 years ago. They were very, very different. Everything was so streamlined, and the conditions, the accommodations for a jockey was so much different. Everything about the racetrack were, you know, upgraded and streamlined, and everything was more. Picture this: 5 and 6 days a week, 10 races per day. Everything has to be clockwork, and so it was. So that fine-tuned us guys, and today at Caymanas Park, it is such. Everything has improved to a point where it's very, very acceptable. So there you go, by comparison to as the Caymanas Park, back then as to now. We have come a long way, and I'm proud to see the industry is gradually improving.
Let's go back to the Georgia Sang race day. Like you said earlier, you were at home enjoying the family, enjoying your retirement. But when you first got that call from Solomon Sharp stating that Caymanas Park wants to honor you, what was your initial response?
My initial response was that I was floored. I have never been recognized, and I've never been recognized with this such high honor. Plus, I've never heard of a jockey being named for a race meeting. That is unprecedented, and I had a sleepless night that night when I heard of this, because I know this is just a big deal, and to be honored by the place of my birth and where I started riding is such overwhelming to me.
You'd have ridden many horses locally and internationally. Which race comes to your mind? Which is the biggest race or the most memorable race for you?
You know, I ridden many good, great horses at Caymanas Park and abroad, but it's not necessarily the best horse that I rode comes to mind. One of our iconic races was one day at Caymanas Park. I was riding a horse named I Shall Return, and Emilio Rodriguez was riding a horse named Spectacular One. And we were locked head and head for the last 3/8 of a mile, and you couldn't separate us at the wire. And that race is an iconic race today. We have pictures to prove it, and we're coming back and shaking hands, something that was unprecedented at the time, because a jockey couldn't touch anyone before he weighed in. And we had a handshake before we came back to the winner's enclosure. And that's a very, very iconic race to my mind. Wasn't a rich, big race, but it was like it brought the crowd to its feet.
The George Osang race day, seeing that you have been honored, what would you say to current jockeys just to encourage them, motivate them, knowing that someday they could be honored in a similar fashion?
Yes, I can say to them that all I did back then 50 years ago was try my best every day I came to work. And that is what really matters. You show up to work every day, you try your best, and you take all the disappointments and put it behind you, and you go forward. So keep trying hard as you can, and don't be afraid to spread your wings overseas.
Not only will you be honored with your race day, but you'll also be feted by an excursion to a river in Bog Walk. Tell me what your thought, how are you feeling knowing that you are so richly welcome?
Yes. This Bog Walk River thing is really arranged by Mrs. Charmaine Sobrati. It's one of her favorite spots, and she invited us there last year, and we had such a good time. We wanted to invite, racing personnel there to join us there on Sunday, the day after the trophy race. And also, Monday at Caymanas Park, in the parking lot, we are having a luncheon giveaway for the backstretch personnel, mainly the grooms, and that's, myself and Charmaine Sobrati, we're putting on this picnic, like you could say a picnic for them. Giving back to the industry.
How important it is for you and the entire industry to recognize the contribution of the grooms in this way?
Oh yes. Something, we can do the chicken and egg thing here, because what comes first? Is it the grooms that's the most important? Because without grooms, there's no racing. Without jockeys, there's no racing. Owners, trainers, without any one of them, there's no racing. What I'm saying is the grooms spend most of their lives with the horse. And, you know, horses, like, they follow the personality of these grooms, and they work their whole life. They were born in horse racing, and they live their whole lives in horse racing, and they're with the horses 7 days a week. So I appreciated about that is that they're the ones who really, really is in contact, hands-on with the horse most of the time. So we, as a show of appreciation, this is what we arranged for. It's on Monday at 12 to 3 o'clock in the parking lot at Caymanas Park.
Throughout your illustrious career, is there anything you wanted to do that you did not get to do?
For horse racing, you mean? For the racetrack?
For horse racing.
You know, I can rewind and look at my career, and you know, I have to just thank God I'm here today in one piece. And I had a stint where I was in New York for a while, and I didn't stay long enough because I was homesick. This was back in the early 70s when Caymanas Park stopped racing because a hurricane had damaged the roof. And I was in New York for a stint, and I was just getting going. And, you know, as I said, I got homesick and I came back home, and eventually I went to Canada. But had I stayed there in New York, which is a bigger, more recognized circuit, I knew I would have still made it.
When you look back at your various races, is there a particular race that you may have lost that you think if you would have ridden the horse a bit better or differently, you would have come out on top?
Yes. There are quite a few of those. And, you know, what I do is I learn from those experiences. But the one I lost that really sticks in my gut is a super stake back then in Jamaica, like maybe 10, 15 years ago. I was riding a horse named Latin Tempo for Michael Silveira. And the track was on the water. It rained so hard, the track was on the water, and at the winning post, there was a big spotlight for the cameras at the finish. So it was a tight finish, and when my horse was in front and saw that big reflection of the light on the ground, he actually pulled himself up and jumped over it and cost us the race. And that was like a super stake. Like that was the richest race back then. And that one sticks in my gut all these years. I mean, I almost fell off anyway. I was hanging on to his neck when he ducked and dived. But that's a race that I really stuck in my mind, and I haven't come to peace with it as yet.
I'm going to ask you to just rate a couple of the jockeys that you would have ridden with, whether locally or internationally, so some of the most standout jockeys that you would have competed against. For example, your top 5 jockeys locally or internationally that you would have ridden against.
Well, look at locally here, at the time when I was riding here, it was Emilio Rodriguez, Charles Jose, Richard De Paz, and Fana Griffith. And those were the top guys. And as I said, the competition was stiff then, and those are the guys that made me a better rider. Now, internationally, I rode with the best. You can name it Angel Cordero, Jerry Bailey, the Pat Days, and the Johnny Velasquez. I rode with those guys, George Velasquez. You name all the big guys when I was riding back in the 80s and 90s in America. I rode with those guys. Willie Shoemaker came to Canada before he retired. I rode with him. So you name the big names in America, and I've ridden with those guys. As I mentioned, Lester Piggott, when he came to Jamaica, I hadn't started riding yet, but I used to go to the racetrack and watch him.
The trophy race, when you look at that field, how impressed are you, and which of the horses are you looking at to say, okay, if ridden properly, this horse can come out on top?
No, well, right now I'm not a racing analyst, but I can tell you the race came up very competitive. There's 4 horses in the race that looks like anyone can win it. And that's what we were aiming for, a competitive race. I have to thank Mr. Denzel Miller for putting on such a race. It was upgraded, he told me, to better horses in that race. So your pick is good as mine, and whoever bet on the race, all I can say to you is good luck.
Finally, let me give you the opportunity just to say thanks to your many fans for the support over the years.
Yes, believe me. I can't believe I have so many fans left that remembers me. Remember now, I'm 70 years old. And what I did at Cayman Park, I was like 20 years old. 50 years ago, this all happened. And I appreciate it so much to the fans for remembering me.
Okay, Mr. Hosang, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.
Yes, thank you, Alex. Have a good day, man.
You too. Okay, that was retired jockey George Osang. With that, we take a break and we come back with more here on Sports Nation Live.
Who shops at Creative Building Finishes? You, the homeowner who creates luxurious spaces with our floor and wall tiles. The contractor and builder who are convinced that our ceramic tiles are right for the job. The architect and designer who make dreams come true with our wood look and porcelain tiles. Superior customer service, knowledgeable staff, inviting showroom, and you get where this is going, right? Shop 5 Red Hills Road or call 876-929-5553. Get tiles, get Creative Building Finishes.
Okay, good evening and welcome back to Sports Nation Live. I'm Alex Swiby, working with Kevin Williams on the other side of the glass. You just heard from George Osang, retired jockey, one of Jamaica's standout jockey. He would have won the jockey championship for, I think, about 3 years straight here in Jamaica. However, the Mount of Richie Shakes for trainer Fitznaham Williams won the 6 furlong George Osang Trophy at Cayman Park today.
Field in line for the George Osang OD Trophy. 6 furlongs, 1,200 meters. Michael Sims is ready. They're off for the George Osang. Madeline Sunshine misses it, along with Justin Biden and Noble Attitude. Benson, the speed ball, shows good legs and goes for that lead and gets it there by 3. Mudshaft chasing. Thalita settle down on the outside as they leave the 5 in third, possibly 6 lengths off that lead. Freedom Street and Big Argument come next. Divine Force now begins to make a run down against the rail as they leave the half mile and go rushing into the turn. It is Benson out in front. Mudshaft 2.5 to 3 lengths back. Thalita is a further 4 lengths ahead of Freedom Street Racing 3 lengths further back as they leave the 3. Madeline Sunshine has made ground with Noble Attitude. Big Argument is there. Divine Force ahead of Justin Biden, and a long way last to Inspire Force as the field come to the top of the lane in the George Osang. It is Benson running like the proverbial scared hare with a 4-length advantage. Mudshaft and the Thalita chasing. Freedom Street asked to close against the fence, but it is still Benson getting a crack or 2 of the stick from Richie Shakes inside the final furlong. Can they catch Benson? Here is Thalita and Freedom Street. Mudshaft out wide. Benson leaves the 16th pole with the lead. They drive toward the line. It is Benson. They won't stop Benson from winning the George Osang OD Trophy. Mudshaft looks to be second over Thalita. Freedom Street. Divine Force is back in 5th.
Okay, so there you have it. Benson, the Mount of British Shakes for trainer Fitznaham Williams, winning the 6 furlong George Osang Trophy. Now, Sportsmax's Lance Whitaker spoke with Shakes after the race.
How did you feel in front with this horse?
This horse was traveling really nice under my feet, so I had to put him on his bit and relax him a little bit to finish up the straight.
You won with this horse on the 28th of December. This field was seen as a much tougher field. How confident were you going in?
I was very confident because he finished 7.5 lengths, so I know I had to regulate his pace and, go ahead and run.
And how do you feel about your career? It has started very impressively, Richie.
Well, I'm feeling very great, you know. I put in the hard work, so I really looking forward to reap, you know.
Whitaker also spoke with trainer Williams.
Trainer Fitznahum Williams has trained outstanding horses before. Benson came in with a tough assignment here, trainer, because having won a non-winners of 4 race back in December, this field most people thought was too tough for Benson. How did you feel going in?
I know that him going in there with great chance, and he was a speed ball. And I tell you, Jackie said, no change of riding, just the same pattern. I know they will running you down, and that's what you want after you settle him down.
And how has this horse satisfied you over time? Because I think that was the 5th win lifetime for Benson. How has this horse developed as far as you are concerned?
Very, very well. He liked to sprint, and I just do as best as freshen him to run.
And how improved do you think this horse is, given what you've seen today?
Yes, improve a lot, because he started as a 4-year-old, and at this time him just start running for 6 months and reach the stage. It's very good. It suits me.
Okay, so that was Lance Whitaker speaking with Fitznahum Williams, the trainer of the winning horse Benson. Now we jump over to the McKinley Wind Classic. Just to give you a little taste of what's been happening there at the Class 1 boys 400 meters. They're running on the light, not the best of light, but they're going and going well. So let's go over to the McKinley Wind Classic, track and field classic at the Calabar High School.
So down the back straight they're going. Dean Cunningham from Godfrey. He leads. We apologize for the fading lights here at Calabar. But they're coming into the straight now. And Jovan Bottom from Tatius Golding with the win.
$53.68 for Jovan Bottom of Tatius Golding. $54.88 for Dean Cunningham of Godfrey Stewart.
Javon Bottom winning there. They're running practically darkness that they're running in at. There's some light, but that's not the best of light out there at the Calabar Stadium as they're trying to complete the boys Class 1 400 meters. And another group is in their blocks right now. It's dark, you can't see, and they're off.
14 of 22. Campbell, Carson, Ascot, down the back straight. Trying to close on the inside there is Cunningham from Ascot, Farquharson from Holy Trinity, Fast and Furious and Mary Tracy. Just about 200 meters. It's still a tightly knit group. Coming around on the top curve. Into the straight. Driving forward to take the win. Dante Green from Dante Carson from Ascot with the win.
Okay, so that was a bit of what's been happening over there at the McKinley Wind Classic, the 2025 edition, the 10th staging of the track and field classic at Calabar High. Like I said, the light is fading and fading rapidly. There are 15 of 22 boys 400 meters Class 1, and they'll only run 50. Well, they're about to run the 15th, so they have a little more to go. But let's take a break and come back with more here on Sports Nation Live.
Tune in to Nationwide at 5 from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference at the Jamaica Pegasus, Thursday, January 23. Join us and hear top experts discuss key trends, share ideas, and create strategies for growth in the region. Attend the conference and build valuable partnerships, discover new investment opportunities, and see the latest products and services. So come to the Jamaica Pegasus with Nationwide at 5, Thursday, January 23 from 6 to 8 p.m. It's the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Jamaica Stock Exchange and Bloomahoe Capital.
Tune in to Outside with Pepita from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. as we broadcast live from Megamart, 29 Waterloo Road on Saturday, January 25.
Outside with Pepita and me, the Stinger Honeybee. In a Megamart equals
Mega Vibes. Come on down to Megamart Waterloo for all the New Year excitement. Don't miss the Mega Fiesta,
the Mega Specials,
and the Mega Promotions.
Outside with Pepita is doing it mega with Megamart. So join Outside with Pepita
alongside Honeybee,
Saturday, January 25
from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Catch us at Megamart, 29 Waterloo Road, Kingston.
Or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM,
the new revolution in media.
This broadcast is brought to you by Megamart.
Do you remember this?
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Don't worry, we never forget it. But in all seriousness, earthquakes are deemed the most dangerous natural disaster. We can never predict when one will hit our lovely Jamaica. But we can raise awareness and help you to prepare for one with our radio segment known as Seismic Dialogue. Tune in to the Seismic Dialogue every Monday at 7 p.m. during Nationwide at 5. We'll have discussions, listener interactions, and more. That's the Seismic Dialogue. Mondays at 7 p.m. during Nationwide at 5. Preparedness is key. Secure what matters, have a plan, and remain calm when the ground shakes. Brought to you by Digital Commodities, Conrad Douglas and Associates Limited, and Coast to Coast Concrete Company Limited.
Is this real? Hey, Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts. Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suene. Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand. Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Stay ahead of the curve with our cutting-edge reporting and accurate breaking news coverage.
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Hear it here first on Nationwide 90 FM. Tune in, turn up the volume, and listen. We bring a mix of news, entertainment, and sports to your lives.
Nationwide 90 FM's live and continuous coverage of the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
News and discussions week mornings.
Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning.
Entertainment in the afternoons, then news again in the evenings.
Nationwide news at this hour, fired.
Also, tune in to the entertainment and sports shows in the nights and on the weekends.
It is Boy Things After Dark right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
Everything is news, from current affairs and entertainment to sports, business, and other categories.
Nationwide 90 FM. This is Beanie Man. Give it to them. Zaga, Zen.
From every whisper to every commotion.
That's rubbish. The KSAMC cannot investigate itself.
Every news story unfolds here first at Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Every sound is a story, and every story we share is news.
As a parent, you give your children a good start in life. You nurture, protect, and guide them. Parenting is a process that prepares your child for independence. As your child grows and develops, there are many things you can do to help your child. Stay tuned to The Big Show, nationwide this morning, for parenting tips. Fridays at 6:53 a.m. Only here will you learn everything you need to know about parenting. Tips to help parents navigate the incredibly challenging and rewarding journey of child rearing. Parenting tips on Nationwide at 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Tune in to the Consumer Hour every first and third Thursday for MLSs and you. Brought to you by the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, providing opportunity, stability, and social protection.
It's Monday. Get over your blues. Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The E-Zone is here for you. With the Stinger Honey Bee.
And Karim Boyatings
From 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
We've got your entertainment news.
Then we want to hear your views. Why you said?
Jump in the mix.
Or the hot seat.
Don't miss our brain busters.
Or the crazy giveaways.
Let's talk fashion.
Send us your outfit of the day. Ooh, cutesy. Very demure.
Are you looking for love?
Come on one of our blind dates. Send your request to ezoneblindates@gmail.com. That's ezoneblindates@gmail.com.
And stay tuned for your confessions.
These are my confessions. Share them with us at ezoneconfessions@yahoo.com. I mean, is this planet Earth?
Is it?
I don't know. Let me check. Either way, it's got a buzz.
And a bugger thing.
Ow! Ow!
Okay, good evening. Welcome back to Sports Nation Live. I'm Alric Swibber, working with Kevin Williams on the other side of the glass. We are on in our gridiron section, the NFL section, Jerome Gridiron, and just want to let Jerome know that Liverpool would have won today. We beat Brentford 2-0, but I'm gonna throw over to Jerome. Jerome would be watching Jamaica's teams. We have a male, female, and mixed team competing in the USA Flag Football World Championship. Jerome, good evening. We're trying to connect with Jerome. We are having some difficulty. Paul, are you there? Are you hearing us?
Yes, Eric, I'm here. Good evening. Good evening.
Okay,
how are you doing?
I'm doing good. All right, we are hearing Paul, but it seems like Jerome is in a state of shock or disbelief, or because Liverpool continue to win and continue to lead the league. Kevin, are you able to make contact with Jerome? Okay, we'll try and connect with him. Well, not via Zoom, but straight. But Paul, as we try and get Jerome on the line, right, Kevin? We'll try and get Jerome online instead of via Zoom. Tell me, I am not as au fait with the NFL as you and Jerome and Remy are, but what exciting of your prediction for the year been going in terms of who you think will be in the Super Bowl come February?
Well, that's a good question, Alric. I mean, you look at the league right now, you have the Kansas City Chiefs who are trying to make history. They are essentially going for what would be a third Super Bowl in a row. But you have other candidates. You have the Baltimore Ravens in the area that I currently live that have one very talented quarterback who everyone is vying for him to do well. And then, of course, you have the Buffalo Bills who they actually play each other tomorrow. With that kind of stage set, you're also looking at my team, the Philadelphia Eagles, who played the very same Kansas City Chiefs in the last Super Bowl and lost, who are in the playoffs. And so there's so many excellent teams vying for this particular opportunity to take it all. I mean, even right now, Kansas City Chiefs are playing. It's like the fourth quarter, and essentially they're only leading by a point. So all of this is exciting. It's a kind of period of the year, if you love this sport, that it pretty much comes down to holding on and hoping for the best if you have a horse in the race.
Okay, and unfortunately, Liverpool is not playing in the NFL, so I don't have a horse in the race. But I'm going to ask you to continue to hold on. We're trying to sort out the issue with Jerome's line, so I'm going to ask you to hold on, but we're going to rush over to the National Stadium where we're going to join Wayne Walker. There's a lot of stuff happening at the National Stadium, swimming, netball, and others. But Wayne, good evening again and welcome.
Good evening again. I hope you can hear me because I'm inside the National Indoor Sports Center. And of course, it's game one in the 3-match series between Jamaica and South Africa in netball. It's a minute and 10 seconds left in the second quarter, which means they're going into the half just in a short time. And it's 27-21, Jamaica leading in this with about a minute and 1 second to go. In fact, now they're counting down, 58 seconds counting down to the end of the half. Jamaica leading 27-22. There were 12 all at the end of the first quarter. Good interchanging here by the Jamaicans. Possession to Jamaica. The South Africans just in their familiar green and gold. The Jamaicans in full gold with a bit of green trimming on the side. The South Africans at the moment on the attack with centre pass. Now the ball is on the edge of the D. Good defending there by Jamaica. So this Bedford with the ball now for Jamaica. The changeover has been made. An attempt there by the Jamaicans to get hold of the ball in the crucial area. A whistle on the play. The Jamaicans will keep possession. We just hold on until the end of this first half. It's just about 22 seconds left. There's a stoppage in play. The staff just getting the floor dry, just wiping the sweat. Two players tumbling just under the net. So the Jamaicans with a 5-point lead, a 5-goal lead at the moment, and with an opportunity to increase. The players restarted, and it has restarted in Jamaica, adding another goal to the tally. Now 28-22, and we're almost on half-time. There's a full National Indoor Sports Center now, give or take a few seats, but you could call it a full stadium. And when I was coming in, the number of people buying tickets inside the complex, I can tell you we're going to have a very, very, very full and overpacked indoor sports center by the time the second half of this game gets underway. It's 28-23. Jamaica leading at halftime, and it's a sea of gold, black, and green. And we're really, really clear on the Jamaicans here in National Indoor Sports Center. The support is tremendous, and they can't help but to think this is a part of the spin-off from what happened in the series against England. When all games were filled to capacity. It was 2 games here because of 4-game series, 2 in England and 2 here. For this one, if this is anything to go by, then they should have a decent series. We're at the halftime break. We're going to have a halftime show. Look, I know you have guests holding. So I'm going to hand you back. And you join us a little later on. We'll start with the second half. And we'll continue to give you updates. We should be here until the end of it. We'll be hearing from the captains as well. But we're going to have a halftime package at the moment. The Sunshine Girls are leading 28-23.
And you should have some updates, some information on the under-20 match that played earlier.
Yes, of course. And by the way, the swimming is over.
Okay.
The swimming is over. So we're going to leave you now, and you can rejoin us a little later on. So it's halftime. Jamaica 28, South Africa 23.
Okay, Wayne, thanks much. So that was Wayne Walker at the National Indoor Sports Centre, giving us some update as to what's happening between in the match between not West Indies but Jamaica and South Africa. Wayne said it was a CF black, green and gold, but South Africa uniform is quite similar to Jamaica in terms of the black, green and gold. So I'm wondering if some of those supporters are South Africa's supporters. I'll have to ask Wayne when we join him. Let us take a break as we continue to sort out the issue with, or we'll go to a quick break and we'll come back with more here on Sports Nation Live.
Enough power tool, big to small. Jack on my figure, dig the wall. Our Total Tools. Beat back a figure, trim the lawn. We have everything your job demand. Total Tools. We rent them, sell them, and fix them. Also give Total Tools a call. When you say home improvement, landscape construction, or Total Tools are your option. Home improvement, landscape construction, Total Tools are your option.
Total Tools, located at 102 Main Street, Ocho Rios, 34 Slive Road, Kingston.
And lot C6 Jacksaw, Sentence Bay. Call us today.
Tune in to Nationwide at 5 from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference at the Jamaica Pegasus, Thursday, January 23. Join us and hear top experts discuss key trends, share ideas, and create strategies for growth in the region. Attend the conference and build valuable partnerships, discover new investment opportunities, and see the latest products and services. So come to the Jamaica Pegasus with Nationwide at 5, Thursday, January 23 from 6 to 8 p.m. It's the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Jamaica Stock Exchange and Bloomahoe Capital.
Okay, good evening. Welcome back to Sports Nation Live. I'm Alex We'll be working with Kevin Williams. We would have sorted out the issue with Jerome, who will be sharing with us what's been happening in the flag football as what's been happening in the NFL. Jerome, good evening. Are you there?
Hey, Albert, you hear me clearly?
Yes, I'm hearing you better now. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I was telling you that Liverpool would have won their match 2-0 earlier today.
Don't care.
But let me pass over to you for the Jerome Gridiron.
I don't know why that needs to be. I really don't know why that needs to leave out the segment. I really don't care.
Okay, you don't like good news. You don't like good news. It's okay.
There's no good news about that. But anyway, welcome to Jerome Gridiron. I'm just confirming, do we have Paul and Kevin on the line?
We have Paul.
I'm on the line, yeah.
I'm on the line.
All right, so
I'm on the line. What's up, Paul?
Yeah. Okay. All right, awesome. All right. So we are here in Tampa, where Jamaica, Jamaica is participating in the USA Flag World Football Championship, a massive event. The Guinness World Book of World Records is actually in the complex, as it is the world's largest flag football tournament, and it's taking place here in Tampa. Over 5,000 participants and over 500 teams participating in several disciplines in flag football. You have 5-on-5, you have 7-on-7s, male, female, mixed, and it's really been a spectacle. The games have been going on since Wednesday, and our Jamaican team took the field this morning at 8:30. I'll allow Kevin to give us some updates as to how the team did earlier today. Kevin, how did the females do?
Well, hey, we went on the field today. We just found out that we played some of the top females of the females teams in the world, the U.S. team and some of the Canadian team top girls who actually they went to the championship. Our team didn't get a victory, but we were very competitive against these girls, and I know we earned their respect Because I think when they picked this out originally in the drawing or draft, they thought that we would be a cakewalk, but they didn't know Jamaica was going to give them such decent competition. So big up to the team Jamaica, but big up to the competition itself. It's very active. Jerome was there with us today, so he could tell you a lot of moving parts on all the fields. I mean, I didn't get a chance to count how many fields is out there, Jerome, but I know we're watching one time we're sitting down watching 6 or 7, 8 matches at the same time.
So there are easily 100 fields, 100 different teams playing at the same time right across the venue. But for the females, I think the team did extremely well. We played 2 matches. We actually played the number 1 seed in the tournament in our first game. The GT Elites, a team out of Florida. The game was really, really competitive. NFL football scoring is a little different. So when you hear 28-13, you think that's a huge margin of victory. But when you watch the game, that's really a touchdown. 2 touchdown difference, and we had our opportunities in the game to make inroads. We lost our second game as Kevin said, a team out of Canada, 13-0. Again, that game was very competitive. And in our final game that we could have made the playoffs, we played a team out of France. And that game ended 7-6. We actually had a chance to win the game. A drop touchdown in the end zone that would have given us the victory was our demise there. But Kevin, talk to us about some of the challenges that the team would have happened. It's evident that the team does not really play together all that often. Talk to us a little bit about the synergy between the teams and some of the teams that we lost to, how good their synergies were, and what are some of the things that we can do to create better synergy among our team.
Well, of course, this game is new to Jamaica. I mean, we brought it here pretty much in 2009, 2011, but to really competitively bring a team together that's been working with each other for 5 or 10 years will be difficult here in Jamaica. The U.S. team, some of these ladies, women, have been working with each other since they were teenagers, and some of them are still together playing on the same team, 10, 15 years. Also the Canadian team. Of course, with Jamaica, a lot of our team is made up of Canadians, Americans, and actual Jamaican nationals in Jamaica. So when we actually meet up to practice, sometimes it's actually our first practice together as a full squad. So Wednesday was our first and pretty much our only practice. And for what we got on the field today, I think we did a pretty good job, pretty great job. In fact, I'm very proud of the girls, very proud of the coaches, Coach Kevin and Coach Keisha. Wonderful job, and we're just going to move forward from here because I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, we should have had Coach Keisha on the line, but she's experiencing some technical difficulties right now. But our men will take the field tomorrow morning at about 8 o'clock. Tell us what to expect when the men take the field, and we also have the mixed events later on in the day. Talk to us about your expectation of the men and their prospects to move forward in the playoffs.
Well, of course, we're going there to win it all. And with everybody knowing each other, I mean, flag football is a big community of family, friends, and persons you know from long time ago. So guys on our team play, actually in this tournament, we have some persons from the Jamaican team, both male and female, that already won rings and championships with their respective team from their state or country already, like other country, like if they're from Canada or U.S. So the guys, a lot of smack talking going on from the U.S. guys. For some reason, everybody see our colors and they think we're easy, like I said, but we're gonna prove them wrong tomorrow as well. The guys are doing good. I think this is probably the best put together male team that we've had so far. And again, we're doing the evaluation process slowly but surely, trying to see who can make, if we put together a national team, who the final cuts will be. So right now, I'm just, pen to paper, Jerome was there. He saw me checking off the boxes and, and scratching off things because I'm just evaluating all the players.
Yeah, no, it's very good to see the talent that's being assembled. It's very good to hear the interest from other nations that are coming in. We saw a team from Cayman Islands. We saw a team from Martinique. As you mentioned, we saw teams from France. We saw teams all over the world. And we have a lot of players reaching out saying, "How can I get involved?" Persons with Jamaican descent, persons with Jamaican heritage. Everybody loves the black, the green, and the gold, and would love to play for us. So, looking forward to seeing the men out there tomorrow. And before we close, our mixed doubles, the mixed event. What are our prospects in that event? Is it the first time that our men and women will be playing together? And what's their expectation of the team?
Well, with the co-ed events, no. Well, remember we were in Cancun for the Cancun Bowl and Panama Bowl, and we did pretty good in all the mixed competitions in those two respectful events. So this particular team is really made up of some of the players from those events, since they have prior history and prior what you want to call chemistry together. So that event is probably one of the biggest ones. A lot of persons really look forward to the co-ed, which of course, guys, is male and females on the same team playing against another country or team. So like Jerome said, it's a very, very interesting sight when you're just walking on the sideline and somebody from another island or country comes to you and say, "Hey, guess what? I'm Jamaican too, but I play for so-and-so. Can I play with you guys?" I mean, Jerome saw it himself. We got it all day. We're getting pulled over. People want to take pictures. Everybody wants to be Jamaican, right? And we're just happy to be there to represent the country, very loud and proud, and hope Jamaica just follow us along for this journey. It's going to be a long ride. We're looking at, the big picture ahead. Hopefully 2028 we can come together and make this thing work for the Olympics.
Yeah. Really, really looking forward to it. And I know you have the Ivory Bowl in development. Talk to us a little bit about how we can get something like this a reality in Jamaica.
Yes, guys. Yeah, big news breaking, right? Yeah, man. So Ivory Bowl. So we're looking at that for this year, of course, 2025, in the month of October. And this bowl is going to be very interesting because what we're doing with this one is because there's so many Jamaicans, like we said, everywhere. We're going to have persons coming from UK, Canada, again, U.S., all these different states, different Jamaican descendants, and their teams are going to come to the island and play the local teams. And, the local teams make up of 6 to 8 teams already. So that event is already heating up because there's a lot of smack talks with who's the real Jamaicans, the ones overseas or the ones in the islands. So I guess they're going to get to prove themselves on the field in October 2025. And we want everybody on board to support the Ivory Bowl. Yeah? Hey, is Jerome still there? You guys there?
Yeah, man. Sorry, I'm still here. Yeah, so before we close, I just want to kind of get an idea. What's the mood in the camp? I know the team has a team dinner this evening. Talk to us about some of the sponsors who have been so kind to the team all tournaments.
Hey, it's funny you say so. We're at a sponsor event right now as we speak. Big up to Flavors Jamaican Grill. It's a restaurant here in Tampa, Florida, guys. So the food is delicious. I'm telling you that right now, right off the plate. I'm actually taking a bite right now as we speak. So Flavors Jamaican Grill is a big sponsor. We had sponsors take care of us all weekend, actually, and we appreciate all their assistance. And some of them even coming out. Iron Shore came out to the game. Dr. Adula, she came out to the game. A lot of love, man. A lot of love. You have uncles and aunts and family members from all over coming out. And, sponsorship comes in every shape and form. Persons donated simple things as water. We had At One Lawn Service donate water, a lot of water for the team, which we're still, very grateful for because it's being very handy right now. So, yeah, man, a lot of things going on here in Tampa.
All right, I'm leaving up for help putting up a tent.
Oh, yeah. big up Jerome for lending us a hand. So big up Jerome. See, little things, like I said, it's the little things that count. Y'all should have seen me and Jerome fighting with this tent earlier, man. It was a sight to see.
Yeah, man, definitely. It's really been a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to the men and the Coeds tomorrow. Really, really, really excited for the team, and looking forward to mean bigger and better things. Looking forward to the Iron Bowl. Really, really, really excited about everything that's happening where flag football is concerned. Okay, man, I don't know if you want to stay on a little bit. We're going to talk some football actually. I know you had the dinner, so I don't know if you want to drop, but we're going to talk a little bit of player football right now. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans are locked in the first game of the divisional round playoff. Kansas City up 20-12. A lot of persons might not expect the score to have been as close as it is. Paul, I'm going to draw you in here. The Texans have looked good. Their defense have stood up to some extent against the Kansas City Chiefs team that maybe a little rusty, haven't played since Christmas. But the Texans have proven that they are not to be played with. What's your thoughts on the game so far?
Yeah, I tend to agree with the observations you made. This game has kind of gone the way I expected it to, but Kansas City really does look out of sync, especially in the passing game. I think as far as their issues with their offensive line, it's still a problem. They can't protect Patrick Mahomes, so he's left out there pretty much just trying to make plays as they come along. But a couple of calls by the referees in this game as well kind of raise an eyebrow on my end. But the Texans are still in it. There's 8 minutes left. They're making it a game, and I think at this point it's still too close to call it.
In terms of the Chiefs, have made a habit of winning close games. They have won 16 straight close games, one-score games, and they continue to look like a team that the closer the game gets, is the more composed they are, is the more together they are. Kevin is still there. From a coaching standpoint, what is it that Andy Reid is doing that makes the Kansas City Chiefs so hard to beat in these one-score games?
Well, when you're dealing with a coach like Andy Reid, I mean, and Paul knowing that he's coming from the Philly camp, and he's a Philly fan. Andy is a great coach because he knows what his players can do with regards to Mahomes and Kelsey. They've been here, championships, Super Bowls, so he knows that they're not going to fall or fold under pressure like some other quarterbacks and some other teams. I think with the Chiefs, I know we're talking about the calls that they're getting from the refs. I did manage to see the first half before I left, and I know exactly what you're talking about, Paul. Very suspect calls. But Kansas City Chiefs is not just made up of luck and these funny, mysterious calls. I mean, there's a lot of experience on that team when you look at the whole makeshift of what you have. I mean, one of the greatest quarterbacks right now of all time, Patrick Mahomes, and, of course, one of the greatest tight ends, if not the greatest tight end, Travis Kelce. And Andy Reid being one of the greatest coaches.
Not. Yeah, one of the greatest, not the greatest. The greatest tight end, Edison from the Patriots, retired a couple of years ago, and he's going to get in the Hall of Fame. But Paul, you expect this game to go as it is right now. We see the Texans are about to punt 4th and 7 from their own 6. I mean, the Chiefs defense standing up when it matters most. The Houston Texans are a little bit undermanned. Their wide receiver core is decimated with injuries. Their offensive line decimated. I mean, they are putting up a valiant fight because of their defense, but I just don't think offensively they are able to score enough points to beat the Chiefs team.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, the game is still within reach, but Kansas City is so good at mixing things up, especially on the defensive side of the game. You asked Kevin about what Andy Reid has been doing. To be very honest, he's just not found ways to give the ball to the other team. And Spags has been excellent with that defensive squad that they have out there. And I mean, they've been giving that Houston Texans offensive line issues. But that being said, with Kansas City getting back the ball, I believe they'll have an opportunity now to pretty much just play for the clock and try and wrap up this game.
Yeah, and they're good for it. There's something about January football that gets Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes excited. Maybe it's because Caitlin Clark and his girlfriend, what's her name again? Taylor Swift is in the building. There's just something about when those two are in the house that just gets Travis Kelce excited.
Always I come with a drama, Bridget. Like just like a United.
Wow, yeah, for real, man.
I'm just saying, there's something about general football with Travis Kelce and Caitlin Clark. Let me not say that name. And Caitlin Clark in the house. But anyway, we have 3 other games that's coming up this weekend. The night game tonight, the Washington Commanders travel to Detroit to take on a Detroit Lions team, which is number 1 seed in the NFC. Kevin, I'll ask you to comment on this one first. Any chance of an upset in this one? We see Jaden Daniels last week went into Tampa. Eco get a doink win off the upright. But this Detroit Lions team is definitely a step up in class from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Any chance Jaden Daniels can go into Detroit and dish some more misery on a Detroit Lions franchise that is not lacking of misery over the years?
Well, my first question to you is Remy on here with us right now?
No, he's not.
Oh, not yet.
Okay.
No, he's not feeling it. Don't. He's not feeling it. Don't. Be sending more dirt on it.
Yeah, Detroit's going to crush them. That's how I feel. I think that little ride they're having is over. I think Detroit's going to crush them and finish business tonight. Yes, Daniels had a great season, and he's going to most likely be rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year. It was a great ride, but I don't know what the final score will be, but I know Detroit. It almost feels like destiny, but we know the Detroit Lions is the Detroit Lions, and we kind of know how the story might end, but not tonight. Not tonight. How about this? Detroit Lions and Washington, 35-17. How about that?
Well, I mean, you heard Kevin. I mean, he's not confident in a Washington football Commanders team that's looked good all season. 13 wins on the year. Should the Detroit Lions be on upset alert?
I don't think we can just make a blanket assumption that Detroit will win this game. Detroit's defense is still tremendously injured. And they're playing against a Washington team with one of the more capable offenses in the entire league. We have this phrase that if you play with your food sometimes, that's when you end up in trouble. And Washington is the type of team that if they allow them to stay close in this game, even if Detroit puts up points, but Washington can keep pace and there is a close game going into the fourth quarter, anything can happen. That being said, I do think Detroit will win, but I don't see a blowout. And in fact, I'd be surprised if it's a blowout. I actually expect Washington to really give them a tough time. And if Detroit doesn't answer the call, then this is the NFL. Crazier things have happened, and they could be upset.
Yeah. I'm trying to close the gap. I'm third in the picks group, and I'm really trying to close the gap. But this game is not going to allow me to do it because I can't go with the upset on this one. They're rested. Jared Goff has played an MVP type season. Really surprised he's not getting more MVP consideration for what he's done to that franchise. But the Washington Commanders team, I mean, I think this is a Cinderella season. I think they escaped Tampa last week, and I think this is where the magic carpet ride comes crashing down. I mean, I think when the Detroit Lions are rolling, they are rolling. They are 10-0 against the spread this year, and they have a point differential of over 200. When they beat you bad. And I think this is a beatdown for a Washington football team that's had a nice season, but I think it comes crashing down here tonight. Yeah, tomorrow, the divisional round. Tomorrow, the divisional round continues with your Philadelphia Eagles team, Hosting a Rams team, I think the Philadelphia Eagles in this game should be an upset alert. All week, the news was AJ Brown's reading ability on the sidelines, and this team continues to lean on Travis Kelce and Saquon Barkley. The Rams demolished the Minnesota Vikings last week, and for the fans who care where Jerome was right last week. I was the only one on the panel that picked the Rams to beat Minnesota. Alric, if you can play the clip when you get a chance, you can do it at your leisure. But where Jerome was right.
We'd have to play the clip. You're good.
Where Jerome was right last week. The Rams are a dangerous team. And I think Philadelphia Eagles should be an upset alert. The Rams are a healthy team. They sacked Sam Darnold 9 times last week. Had, I think, 3 takeaways, and it was a bloodbath in LA last week. And I just think the Philadelphia Eagles, they have not played well in a few weeks. They won on Sunday despite Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, since that concussion and since coming back from that concussion, has not looked himself. Paul, I'm sure you're a little worried. I know you're not going to say it, but I'm sure you have to be a little concerned heading into this game against the Rams, especially seeing how the Rams defense played last week.
No, I'm not concerned. I'm not even the least bit bothered. And I'll tell you why. The Rams are a good team. They're well coached. They have a Super Bowl winning coach, a coach who's been in his career to the Super Bowl twice, and won one. They have a Super Bowl winning quarterback, a quarterback that I respect. But where are the Rams from again? I think that's Los Angeles, right? It's nice and warm over there, don't it? Yeah, you see, tomorrow you have this thing.
Are you throwing shade because of the fires?
Yeah, hold on now. You have this thing called a polar blast coming into this region where literally going to be in teen digits, and it probably going to feel like -16. And you're playing in Philadelphia in the Link against a team that, considering those conditions, running the football will be an effective way to win football games. I don't see that LA team, them pretty boy were like to put on them tan, walking into Philadelphia and beating my team. I'm very confident that we'll win the game. I expect the Rams to give a good showing, but I'm also very confident in our offensive line. I'm very confident in our run game. I'm very confident in the pass game. I'm very confident in my quarterback. But my defense, I can close my eyes and I know that we'll be hunting tomorrow. So I expect the Eagles to win a very workmanlike game and move on to the conference championship against, let's see who it is.
Yeah, man, this is the credible journalism that we do here at Nationwide. Come on, let be the voice of objectivity in this game. Paul is mentioning that the Rams are a finished team. I saw the Rams bloody the nose of a Minnesota team that most persons felt were a Super Bowl contender. The game did not even look. The game did not look close. That Rams defensive line got after Sam Darnold last week, and I know the Eagles have an all-pro offensive line, but that young Rams defense will get after the quarterback. And you might say, oh, the Rams don't have a running game. Yes, they have a Pro Bowl running back in Kyren Williams that has been running the ball effectively all year. Kevin, do you think the Eagles should be on upset alert in this game?
Of course they should. I mean, with a team like the Eagles, we're not even really sure that these guys even like each other. I don't know what's going on in that locker room, but it seems like that might be the greatest downfall of this team. And it's very talented, but something's obviously wrong. So only person who's going to beat the Eagles tonight is going to be the Eagles, if you ask me. Rams is a good team, but something, I don't know, Paul, if you can answer it, something's not right with your coaches, your receivers, all those divas on that team. Something ain't right with the Eagles. But the Rams is very talented, and the defense has been coming along very well. The weather do scare me. I mean, Rams is a dome team, And you know how that goes sometimes when they go to the East Coast and experience some of this nice weather. So, can they be upset? Yes, will they? That's up to the Eagles.
Okay, gentlemen, sorry about that. That's where we have to wrap up here on the Jerome Gridiron. But I must say that the Eagles are going to win. The mere fact that Jerome picked the Rams, then you know the Eagles will win.
I talk about the credible journalism.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm just talking the truth. We know you are always wrong. That where Jerome was wrong, where Jerome was right. So, come next week, if the Rams win, then I will wear a Man U shirt.
You don't have to worry, Alex. You're covered. You're good.
Okay, Alex.
I'm
the confidence.
I'm not confident that the Eagles will win. But that's where we have to wrap it up. It has been a riveting discussion as usual on the NFL, and we look forward to the Super Bowl. Who will be there? Jerome, let's hear where you're wrong. Who do you think will be at the Super Bowl?
Well, my preseason pick, the San Francisco 49ers, they didn't make it. My other team that I predicted is still in the mix, which is the Kansas City Chiefs. But at the midway point of the season, I think for sentimental reason, I'd love to see a Detroit Lions Buffalo Bills Super Bowl from a neutral standpoint. I think these two franchises are two of the most snake-bitten franchises in all of sports, and they have had success in recent years. And I'd love to see both of these teams fight it out for the right to win a Super Bowl. A part of me also want Lamar Jackson to win a Super Bowl, but I don't know. He has to get past Josh Allen tomorrow. And let's see what happens. That should be the game of the playoffs. The two MVP frontrunners going at each other tomorrow. It's going to be a hounding tomorrow. But let's see what happens.
Okay, when you say for sentimental reason, I thought you were going to say the New England Patriots, but
don't bring it up.
Well, that's all the time we have for now. Let's take a break and come back with more here on Sports Nation Live.
Make a love thing flop. Fontana, are your one-stop shop? Oh yes.
Must be love, someone kiss. Perfumes, wine, steady beers and chocolates.
It's all Valentine's inside at Fontana.
Oh, Fontana.
Yes, baby, love me know you want it. Perfume, wine, steady beers and chocolate.
You better go a Fontana for me.
Fontana, are your one-stop shop?
It's all Valentine's inside at Fontana.
Have you just finished grade 11? Looking for a 2-year 6th-form pathway to earn overseas local certificate diploma and advanced diploma and get qualified to work locally and internationally? Register now. Start free 6th form at IIRQ Academy. Start our new 6th form program online or face-to-face classes in September. Choose between pathway 1, 2, or 3. Paid for by the Ministry of Education. For more information, call 876-322-4029 or visit 32 Hope Road, Kingston. Website www.iirq.org.
Good evening and welcome back to Sports Nation Live. I am Alex Swaby working out with Kevin Williams on the other side of the glass. We are in our splash segment now where we dive into the pool as Christian Jerome of Team Haiti belongs to a cadre of swimmers that have been lifting the quality of swimming in their nation. Before 2022, no Haitian swimmer had ever won a medal at the Carifta in the 200 meters butterfly. Jerome has moved from winning the 13-14 bronze last year in 2 minutes 16.74 to gold in 2023 in 2 minutes 14.24 seconds. Now we're joined online by the man himself, Christian Jerome. Christian, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm pretty good.
Right. Tell me, When we hear Haiti, we don't regularly associate it with swimming. How does it feel to be flying your country's flag high on the world stage when it comes to swimming? Well, the Caribbean isn't regularly known for swimming like that. But for you, Haitian, what does it feel to be one of the standard bearers in the sport of swimming?
I feel proud that I'm able to represent my country and bring a brighter light than what's going on right now in Haiti.
Right. And when did you start competing for Haiti?
I started competing when I was 12 at CCCAN.
And how did you get into swimming? Tell me, at 12 years old at CCCAN, what was your first baptism, so to speak, in terms of competitive swimming?
My dad posted that I broke my 200 flies district record, and they wanted me to come out to see how I would do swimming for Haiti.
And tell me, how has it been representing Haiti on the world stage? What has been the reception?
It's been pretty good. I've been able to medal at almost all the Carifta and CCCANs.
Right, and tell us of your coach. Who's your coach, and what a typical week of training looks like for you?
My coach is Robert McLeod, and I practice Monday through Friday, 2 hours, 3 hours on Saturday, with 2 dryland sessions and the occasional 30-minute private lesson.
You're going for a hat trick of gold at the Carifta Games. Does this bring added pressure?
A little, because the other people are training just as hard as I am, but I think I should be able to do it.
Right, and tell me, with this pressure, how have you managed to cope with it?
Just telling myself that I can be able to do it, and not trying to doubt myself at all.
Right, and tell me, do you compete in any other sport apart from swimming?
No, I've only swam. I used to ski, but I don't anymore.
Right, and at what level did you ski? Did you represent Haiti or a club while you ski, or it was just for recreation?
No, it was just recreational.
Okay. And you think skiing would have helped you in any way in your swimming, your strength? How in any way you think that would have helped you?
I don't think I did. I just did it with my school for fun.
Right. Tell me, which school do you attend? Are you in high school, college? Where are you now as it relates to school? And how do you balance school and swimming?
I'm in high school. I go to Hoosick Valley High School, and I practice and then I do schoolwork after.
And is it hard to balance both? How do you manage the time?
No, it's pretty easy to manage both. I usually get my schoolwork done pretty early.
Right. Carifta is in Trinidad and Tobago this year. How much are you looking forward to that? I mean, you're going for a hat trick of gold in your event, in your, I would consider pet event. But tell me, overall, how much are you looking forward to Carifta this year?
I'm really looking forward for it. I've never been to Trinidad, so I think it'll be fun. And the competition will be even faster, so that'll also be fun.
Okay, name some of the other meets that you hope to swim at.
I hope to swim at Junior Worlds, Pan Am Games, and just CCCAN and Carifta.
Right, and in terms of preparing for those meets, in terms of the quality of competition that you will see at those meets, is it superior to what you'll experience at Carifta? And will you have to alter your training in any way?
I might have to up my training a little bit, but I don't think I'll have to do much.
Mm-hmm. like you said, you have been representing Haiti since you were 12. Tell me, over the years, as you look ahead to the Carifta Games, which are some of the countries that you know always produce strong swimmers that if you when you look at it and say, okay, if I can match up against these swimmers, then I will be amongst the medals?
Saint Lucia and Bahamas always put up good swimmers. So if I can beat them, I'll be able to win the 3.
Tell me, how much event are you hoping to compete at? Competing at Carifta Games?
I don't think I'll be doing as many this year. My coach usually maxes me out, but I don't think he's going to this year. So I don't know yet.
And have you made qualifying times for any other events?
Yeah. I think I'm close to the Junior Pan Am Games 100 fly.
Right. And tell me, in terms of future, is this something you think you will stick with all the way to the Olympic level?
Yes, I think I will. I'm shooting for the 2028 Olympics and the 2032 Olympics.
Right. And tell me, as you prepare for those Olympics, what are some of the strategies that you would be working on yourself and your coach and your entire team to ensure that you qualify for both or one of those Olympics?
I have to train harder and train more and do more dryland if I want to be able to go there.
Right, and the Grand Prix brothers, Davidson, Vincent, and Christian, are standout Asian swimmers. Any possibility that we will see you all on a relay team soon?
We haven't found an opportunity to train together, and they're all in college, so their schedules don't always align with the meets.
Is it something that yourself and the Haitian population are looking forward to or are hoping to see one day a Haitian relay team at the Carifta or any other meet?
Yeah. Hopefully it'll happen soon.
Well, tell me what I'm assuming, but what's your favorite event to swim?
My favorite event to swim, I have 2. It's 100 fly and 200 fly.
And what makes you gravitate to those over the backstroke, the butterfly, not the butterfly, but the freestyle? What makes you gravitate to those strokes over the others?
I'm much more dominant in the fly than the other strokes.
Okay, then Christian, thanks much for joining us. We wish you and your team all the best, and we hope to be cheering you on at the Olympics soon as a Caribbean representative.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Okay, so that was Christian Jerome of Team Haiti, one of Haiti's standout swimmers. We take a break and come back with more here on Sports Station Live.
Tune in to Nationwide at 5 from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference at the Jamaica Pegasus, Thursday, January 23. Join us and hear top experts discuss key trends, share ideas, and create strategies for growth in the region. Attend the conference and build valuable partnerships, discover new investment opportunities, and see the latest products and services. So come to the Jamaica Pegasus with Nationwide at 5, Thursday, January 23 from 6 to 8 p.m. It's the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Jamaica Stock Exchange and Bloomahoe Capital.
Outperform, outlast. We top performance. Jackhammer. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electricians. Pan select tools, free parts and free repairs. Free parts, free repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-6111-4. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Good evening, welcome back to Sports Nation Live. I am Alex Ribby. We're talking some netball now as President of Netball Jamaica, Tricia Robinson, was thankful for the partnership with Best Dressed Chicken to support the Sunshine Girls' journey to the 2027 World Cup in Sydney, Australia. The corporate entity signed a 3-year sponsorship deal with the association valued at $16 million. Robinson says the sponsorship is a long-term investment in the continued growth of the sport.
It is with immense gratitude and excitement that I stand before you today to express our heartfelt thanks to Best Dressed Chicken for once again joining us as a valued sponsor and partner of Netball Jamaica and the Sunshine Girls. Your continued support is not just an investment in netball. It is an investment in the dreams and aspirations of our talented young ladies, our athletes who proudly represent Jamaica on the global stage. We're also particularly thrilled to acknowledge Best Dressed Chicken's sponsorship of our Margaret Beckford series against South Africa. This series is more than a set of matches. It is a celebration of excellence, resilience, and the enduring legacy of a pioneer who paved the way for the development of netball in our country. With your support, we're able to, while showcasing the incredible talent of our Sunshine Girls in this prestigious competition, enlighten Margaret Beckford's vision. Your sponsorship takes us beyond this series, fueling our journey all the way to the Netball World Cup. This unwavering support enables our athletes to train, compete, and prepare at the highest level, ensuring that they are ready to represent Jamaica with pride and distinction on the world stage. It is this kind of commitment that allows us to dream and even aim higher. Best Dressed Chicken has always been a champion of community and nation building, and your partnership reflects a deep commitment to the growth of sports and the empowerment of our athletes. Through your generosity, you're not only providing financial resources, but also inspiring a nation and fueling the passion of young netballers who took up the Sunshine Girls, who look up to the Sunshine Girls as their role model. As we embark on this exciting journey with the Spar Proteas, we're reminded of the strength that comes from collaboration and shared purpose. Your sponsorship is a testament to the power of partnerships in achieving greatness. Together, we are creating opportunities, breaking barriers, and building a brighter future for netball in Jamaica. On behalf of Netball Jamaica, the Sunshine Girls, and all our supporters, I extend our deepest gratitude to Best Dress. Thank you for believing in us, for standing with us, and for being an integral part of our journey. We look forward to a successful and thrilling Margaret Beckford series, the Netball World Cup, and many more milestones together.
Okay, so that was Tricia Robinson, President of Netball Jamaica. And we go over to the National Indoor Sports Centre where we rejoin Wayne Walker, who is at the match, the first match in the 3-test series. Wayne, good evening again.
Good evening to you, Alex. I hope you can hear me. We're here at the National Indoor Sports Centre, and the game has just come to an end. Jamaica winning 55-47. So Jamaica, they've taken a one-day lead in this 3-match series, the second game on Wednesday night. But before we get into it, we want to just give you the quarterly score. It was 12-12 at the end of the first quarter. The Jamaicans took the lead 28-25 at the end of the second quarter. The third quarter, they increased that lead, and they led massively. I hope you can still hear me back in the studio. But the lead at the end of the third quarter was 42-35, and then the Jamaicans have gone on to win 55-47. Bree Grayson made a debut for Jamaica tonight, and of course, it's the number 3 team against the number 5. This is the 19th meeting between the teams. and Jamaica has won 16 of them. 55-47. The noise inside the arena is deafening. They're trying to get a hold of one of the members of the Jamaica team. Let's hold a bit to see if we could do that. But they've taken the victory tonight, and they got a massive support here at the National Indoor Sports Center tonight. I'm sure Netball Jamaica must be very, very happy about the turnout as they are about the performance of the team tonight. And we're trying to grab a hold of a member of the team, preferably Sasha Gray Henry, the coach, or the captain, Tamira Sterling. They're, as you'd expect, they're celebrating and having a good time, but we're trying to see if we could grab a hold of one of them. Sort of break the celebration a little, if you like. I know it sounds a little crude to say break their celebration because we never want to do that. But I think we should be able to grab something from Sasha Gay Henry. They're getting ready for a team photograph. And Coach Sasha Gay Henry, how are you? We're live on Nationwide 90 FM on Sports Nation Live. If I could just have a quick chat with you, congratulations. You've won the first game and you've won it quite impressively.
Go again. I didn't hear
You've won the first game and you've done so quite impressively.
Yeah, I mean, we're excited about the win. One thing we wanted to do was to build on our performance, what we did in against England. And I think we have to go back to the tape and see how well that I think we still had some bit of flaws in our game. And we showed resilience in terms of coming back in some point when we missed two or three balls down. So we're quite grateful. It's a new squad. We're trying the rotations a lot for this game. And I think it worked well for us tonight. So we only want to build on that for the next game.
Next game is on Wednesday. What are you going to be doing in between that time?
I mean, definitely recovery and we can intensify back to step on the court for Wednesday.
Do you have the impression that the team was pushed a bit more tonight than they were against England?
No, I mean, they were pushed. I mean, when you come at this competitive level, the teams are coming really hard. It's never a tough themselves that we have with these teams, and especially for the first game. And I mean, persons have been preparing for this competition, and I think it was a tough one. I think they pushed us, and I think what we did was to just maintain our composure a lot, and I think we did well in that area also.
Yeah. One final question. Going into the game on Wednesday, you want to close out the series before the third game, I'm sure.
And definitely, we have some more rotation. I think we have a 15-man squad, so definitely we want to bring in a few more players into the squad in the rotation, not to the same faces. Because we want to build, we have a 4-year cycle ahead of us, and we want a lot of versatility and depth in our squad. So we want to expose our players a lot to this type of competitive arena.
Thank you, Coach. All the best on Wednesday.
Thank you.
All right, Sasha Gay Henry, the coach of the Jamaican team. We're going to try to see if we can get a hold of the South African coach before we wrap up. The noise is definitely inside the arena. I hope you guys were still with you and you're still with us. We're moving over to where the South Africans are. This is we can grab a hold over their coach. And before we wrap this up, 55-47, we remind you, was the final score tonight. And the second game is on Wednesday at the same venue. They wrap up on Saturday. That's the final game next week. A 3-match series. Jamaica must see the series if they are to improve their standing. A 2-1 victory will not do it. They have to win by 3-0, which is why you've heard all week long both teams are talking about sweeping the series. When the South Africans leave here, they're going to England to play in a series with themselves and I think New Zealand. So they will have a chance to get their things together. Coach, are you the coach of the South African team? How are you? You're live on the radio. A quick chat with you before we go. Tonight, your team fought hard, yeah? But you just didn't win tonight.
Well, look, the previous two encounters we had against Jamaica, we lost by 18 points. Today we only lost by 8, so it's the same point improvement. Besides our team is quite right.
Yeah, at the end of the first quarter, you were even.
Yes, what a great start for us. You know, it's important for us to be able to keep that intensity going. They left their level and we didn't quite match it at all times. And we went into overtime with a 5-point deficit, and then even in the third quarter, I felt we did quite good even in the fourth. So that second quarter just really confident.
What was the most satisfying thing for you tonight? What was the most satisfying thing from you?
What I see today is a young team that played against a very experienced side. and we only lost 5 points. So that to me makes me very exciting. And I think, we know everything that we saw tonight can be fixed. And I'm unfortunate for our injury that we had there. And for a 2-minute full the sideline there, I think that really should give them a little bit of a lift at the right time. If it was not for that, I think it would have been even exciting.
All right, so look forward to Hype now to Wednesday.
Yes, definitely. I'm looking forward to that. And trust me, we'll be back.
You'll be back.
We'll be back.
All the best to you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
But well done to the Jamaica team. They really did well. And I was quite impressed by Rock starting into the team after such a long time not within the team. And that's
Thanks, Coach.
Amazing, right?
Thank you, Coach. All the best on Wednesday. We'll see you. All right, that's the South African coach. So we heard from both coaches tonight. She's confident that she's feeling of this Jamaica team that they can turn the tide on Wednesday. Coach Sachagay Henry believes that they can close it out on Wednesday. And if both are correct, then we should have a massive game. What we can tell you is that both can't win. Not at all. So yeah, the vibe is still high here inside the National Indoor Sports Center. A lot of the fans are still here, despite the fact that the game has ended, say, 10 or so minutes ago. They're enjoying the festivities. There was a halftime performance from Vanessa Bling, and then they're playing music now, and the fans are sitting around, which is one of the advantages of having these series played at a weekend, because people can hang around. They don't have anywhere to go tomorrow. As far as work is concerned, the Wednesday game is what they call Jamaica. We're a little worried about, because even though they can expect a massive turnout, it doesn't compare too well with the weekend when you really can sleep in the very next day. But it is what it is. And the next game is on Wednesday, and they close out the series on Saturday. Well, guys, that's it for me from the National Indoor Sports Center. The final score again, Jamaica 55, South Africa 47, is the first game of a 3-match series between Jamaica and South Africa.
Okay, Wayne, thanks a lot for that. We'll link up back with you when you're back here at studio. But with that, we take a break and we come back with more here on Sports Nation Live.
to Marshall's Pharmacy today for your free medication management consultation. Let us guide you in taking care of what matters most, the health of you and your family. Shop now for gifts, personal care, household and stationery items, plus print services powered by Print Corner. Follow us on Instagram at Marshall's Pharmacy. Call or WhatsApp us at 876-491-7841. We are open late every day to serve you.
Tune in to Nationwide at 5 from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference at the Jamaica Pegasus, Thursday, January 23. Join us and hear top experts discuss key trends, share ideas, and create strategies for growth in the region. Attend the conference and build valuable partnerships, discover new investment opportunities, and see the latest products and services. So come to the Jamaica Pegasus with Nationwide at 5, Thursday, January 23 from 6 to 8 p.m. It's the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Jamaica Stock Exchange and Bloomahoe Capital.
Tune in to Outside with Pepita from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. as we broadcast live from Megamart, 29 Waterloo Road on Saturday, January 25. Outside with Pepita and me, the Stinger Honeybee. In a Megamart equals Mega Vibes. Come on down to Megamart Waterloo for all the New Year excitement. Don't miss the Mega Fiesta, the Mega Specials, and the Mega Promotion. Outside with Pepita is doing it mega with Megamart. So join Outside with Pepita alongside Honeybee, Saturday, January 25 from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Catch us at Megamart, 29 Waterloo Road, Kingston, or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by Megamart.
Are you ready for it?
Revo. Coming soon.
Do you remember this?
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Don't worry, we never forget it. But in all seriousness, earthquakes are deemed the most dangerous natural disaster. We can never predict when one will hit our lovely Jamaica. But we can raise awareness and help you to prepare for one with our radio segment known as Seismic Dialogue. Tune in to the Seismic Dialogue every Monday at 7 p.m. during Nationwide at 5. We'll have discussions, listener interactions, and more. That's the Seismic Dialogue. Mondays at 7 p.m. during Nationwide at 5. Preparedness is key. Secure what matters, have a plan, and remain calm when the ground shakes. Brought to you by Digital Commodities, Conrad Douglas and Associates Limited, and Coast to Coast Concrete Company Limited.
But is this real? Hey, Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suene. Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
Okay, good evening. Welcome back to Sports Nation Live. I am Alric Swiby, working with Kevin Williams on the other side of the glass. And just to continue with some netball, as chair of Netball Jamaica's Marketing and Sponsorship Committee, Karen Barr, says the sponsorship will help to fuel the team's journey to the World Cup.
Today is a very, 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 very special day for Netball Jamaica and the Jamaica Broilers Group, Best Dressed. This is a partnership with deep roots and a memorable history. We give credit to the Best Dressed Chicken in town for being trailblazers in showing what support for a national team can do to build capacity and lay the foundation for development. I go further to say that some of the current success of our beloved Sunshine Girls we share happily with Best Dressed, as our relationship started back in 2011. In doing my research, I consulted past President Marva Bernard, who told me that the support provided by Best Dressed from 2011 to 2016 allowed Netball Jamaica to start the building of an elite program from which we reap some of the fruits today. The seeds were planted for our current world ranking. Big up the Sunshine Girls for being number 3 in the world and hot on the heels of number 2. Wanna hear? Here, look away. Only 3 ranking points separate us now. Current coach, Sasha Gay Henry Wright, and congrats, Mrs. Wright, on the newly acquired last name, and VP Simone Forbes can remember the pride they took in wearing that chicken in a tuxedo on their uniform, as Best Dressed is no ordinary partner. Mrs. B remembers the World Cup of 2011, where the team placed 4th and came home disappointed as we left with high hopes of a medal. What happened when we came home? The CEO, or chairman of Best Dressed, Mr. Levy, and his wife met the team at the Plain Door, Mrs. B says, in Montego Bay, and surprised the team with an overnight stay at a Sandals resort speaking it into being again, when we win the World Cup. And when they got back home, when they got back to home base in Kingston, they were again surprised with a family fun day, complete with music and every delicious chicken dish you could imagine, plus a bounce about and games for the kids of the players and their families, just to let the girls know that Jamaica still loved them, and this was just the beginning of the journey. Best Dressed later added an island-wide tour for the girls with gospel artists to make sure Jamaica knew the girls by name and face. What awesome support. Give them a round of applause from 2011. I knew none of that story when I reached out to marketing manager Avadon Sinclair last year. We always need new sponsors. And I wrote and asked her if Best Dressed was ready to come back on board. Karen, she said, we have been talking about the Sunshine Girls. Let's meet. And here we are today. As we build towards the 2026 Commonwealth Games and the 2027 World Cup, we need Best Dressed and more partners like you to express their commitment to the Sunshine Girls. Our ladies are top class, don't you agree? They are talented, dedicated, hardworking, and bring so much pride and joy to our little island home. The pot covers that bang at the NISC come from a pot that I dare say cook enough chicken. We want to thank Best Dressed for the confidence that they have shown in the Sunshine Girls. This new partnership is no accident. The universe is conspiring with us for greatness. We thank all our partners from corporate Jamaica, and today especially Best Dressed, who believe in the potential and the promise of the Sunshine Girls. We need more partners like Best Dressed who understand that nation building comes in many, many different forms. When we partner with corporate Jamaica, our mandate must be to improve the development of the sport right across Jamaica and to provide our national teams with the most elite environment that we can afford. They are, after all, a very, very big deal. You want me to sing? All right, I won't sing. Thank you, Jamaica Broilers and Best Dressed Chicken, for believing in the Sunshine Girls. We know that on and off the court, we will be cooking something good with the Best Dressed Chicken in town.
Okay, so that was Chair of Netball Jamaica's Marketing and Sponsorship Committee, Karen Barr. Our Regional Marketing Manager, Avadon Sinclair, says Best Dressed remains committed to continue to invest in the dreams of Jamaica's women and girls.
Picture a young girl in Jamaica, netball in hand, holding a dream to rise high and wear the black, green, and gold with pride. Today, Best Dressed Chicken is proud to invest in that dream. For years, we've been steadfast supporters of Netball Jamaica, building a strong personal relationship with the team, and Auntie Marva can testament to that. We've never stopped, Karen, just in a smaller way. This sponsorship for us is just more than just support. It's a commitment to ensuring that Jamaica's netball legacy continues to thrive. Our Sunshine Girls have made us proud for over 50 years. From hosting the World Cup right here in Jamaica to earning a hard-fought bronze medal, they continue to shine. With legends like Connie Francis, Elaine Davis, Simone Forbes leading the way, it's time for our ladies to continue this legacy. Our Sunshine Girls are warriors, showcasing unmatched passion and skills. This sponsorship is a promise to fuel their journey and help them soar to new heights. At Best Dressed Chicken, we believe in empowering women. Case in point. And we've always, I know Netball Jamaica sometimes feels as though they have to try the hardest to get support. And I think we need to turn that around, and that they are one of our most successful teams for over the years. I don't think we're ranked third in anywhere in any other sport in the island. And I think most successful, the most successful. And I think it's time that corporate Jamaica, and we're gonna lead the charter, and I know this is just a start to the partnership that we're gonna have. So to our Sunshine Girls, this is your time. We're with you every step of the day. And to every young girl watching, keep dreaming, keep practicing, your moment is coming. In Jamaica, netball is more than a sport. It's a launch pad to greatness. Every young girl is playing netball, and every young girl dreams to be the Sunshine Girls. So thank you, and let's make history together, Karen, in 2027.
Okay, so that was Regional Marketing Manager Avadon Sinclair of Best Dressed Chicken. And just to remind you, the lines are open. You are free to call 876-630-9371, and that goes up to 4. That's 876-630-9371 to 4. We take a break and come back with more here on Sports Nation Live.
Tune in to Nationwide at 5 from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference at the Jamaica Pegasus, Thursday, January 23. Join us and hear top experts discuss key trends, share ideas, and create strategies for growth in the region. Attend the conference and build valuable partnerships, discover new investment opportunities, and see the latest products and services. So come to the Jamaica Pegasus with Nationwide at 5, Thursday, January 23 from 6 to 8 p.m. It's the Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Jamaica Stock Exchange and Bloomahoe Capital.
Tune in to Outside with Pepita from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. as we broadcast live from Megamart, 29 Waterloo Road on Saturday, January 25.
Outside with Pepita and me, the Stinger Honeybee. In a Megamart equals
Mega Vibes. Come on down to Megamart Waterloo for all the New Year excitement. Don't miss the Mega Fiesta,
the Mega Specials,
and the Mega Promotions.
Outside with Pepita is doing it mega with Megamart. So join Outside with Pepita
alongside Honeybee,
Saturday, January 25
from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Catch us at Megamart, 29 Waterloo Road, Kingston.
Or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM,
the new revolution in media.
This broadcast is brought to you by Megamart.
Okay, good evening and welcome back to Sports Nation Live. I'm Alex Weber working with Kevin Williams on the other side of the glass. This is our final segment of the show. Just to remind you, if you want to call, the numbers are 876-630-9371, 876-630-9372, 876-630-9373, and 876-630-9374. Let me give you the matches for the Jamaica Premier League, the Rare Never Jamaica Premier League for tomorrow and Monday. Now, tomorrow at Draxall, leaders Mount Pleasant, they'll take on second place Arnett Gardens in the top of the table clash at 3 p.m. So that's at Draxall tomorrow. At Everettville Community Center, it will be Humble Lion against Chapelton Maroons. And at the Stadium East, it will be Tivoli Gardens against Dunby Holden. Over at Ferdinand Park, it will be Portmore United against Harbourview. And over at the Wembley Centre of Excellence, it's Avia United against Waterhouse. All games start at 3 p.m. So again, at the Draxall, it's leaders Mount Pleasant Academy against Arnett Garden in that top of the table class. At Effortville Community Centre, it's Humble Lion against Chapelton Maroons, while at the Stadium East, it's Tivoli Gardens against Dunby Holden. At Ferdinand Park, it's Portmore United against Harbourview, and at Wembley Centre of Excellence, it's Avia United against Waterhouse. Now, in the Monday night doubleheader at Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, it's Blinds United against Montego Bay United in the opening game at 5 p.m. And the feature match at 7 p.m. will be Cavalier against Racing United. So on Monday, the doubleheader at Anthony Spalding Sports Complex will be Blinds United against Montego Bay United and the Cavalier against Racing United. Now let me give you some results in the English Premier League. Now, a stoppage time brace from Darwin Núñez handed Liverpool a dramatic 2-0 win over Brentford in a thoroughly entertaining English Premier League clash today.
Trent Alexander-Arnold and Darwin Núñez! What a time! What a time to step up for Liverpool, for Darwin Núñez. Liverpool have flung bodies forward here. And another! Darwin Núñez at the double! Delirium! Absolute delirium in West London.
Now, in other results, Bournemouth, they beat Newcastle 4-1. Fulham beat Leicester City 2-0. Crystal Palace, they beat West Ham 2-0. And Aston Villa drew 2-2 with Arsenal. Now, in tomorrow's game in the English Premier League, we'll have Everton hosting Tottenham Hotspur. Manchester United welcome Brighton. Nottingham Forest, they host Southampton. And Ipswich Town, they entertain Manchester City. So those are the matches in the English Premier League for tomorrow. Let me remind you of the scores in the first test between West Indies and Pakistan at Multan Cricket Stadium. At Stumps, it was 100. Pakistan, they were 109 for 3. That's in their second innings with Captain Shan Masood. He made 52. Mohammad Urari, he made 29. Barbara Azam, he made 5. Kamran Gulham, he's not out at 9. And Saad Shakil, he's not out at 2. So far, the wicket takers are Jamel Warrican for the West Indies. He took 2 wickets for 17 so far in the second innings for Pakistan. Now batting for West Indies in their first innings, they were bowled out for 137. Captain Craig Brathwaite, he made 11. Michael Lewis, 1. Casey Carty Duck. Kevin Hodge, 4. Alec Athanez, 6. Justin Greaves, 4. Tevin Imlak, the wicketkeeper, 6. Kevin Sinclair, 11. Gudakesh Motin, 19. And Jamel Warrican, 31 not out. And Jaden Seals, 22. Now taking the wickets for Pakistan was Noman Ali with 4. And Sajid Khan, Noman Ali, he took 5 for 39. Sajid Khan, he took 4 for 65, while Abrar Ahmed, he took 1 wicket. Now, in their first innings, Pakistan, they were bowled out for 230 with Shad Shakil top scoring with 84, and Muhammad Rizwan, he made 75. And taking the wickets for the West Indies in that match was Jaden Seals and Jamel Warrican. They took 3 wickets each. Kevin Sinclair, he picked up 2 wickets. And Gudakesh Motin, he got 1 wicket in the Pakistan first innings at bat. But I must say that's all the time we have for you for today as we bring today's show to an end. Let me say a special thanks to those who made it a special, made the show special. Wayne Walker, Courtney Brooks, Georgia Sang, Christian Jerome Jarrett, Remy Evans, and Paul Vaughn. On behalf of my technical operator, Kevin Williams, I'm Alex Swaby saying good bless, good night, good night and God bless. It seems like I'm sleeping already. But again, I'd love to invite you to church on Sunday, Tower Hill Missionary Church, 159 Olympic Way, if you don't have a local church to worship. So all left to say is God bless, good night, take care.